week. Oof. I hope that's not flat. I mean, I'm going to drink it anyway.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back to Team Packet. I'm Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Dennis.
This is Dolly.
Oh, yeah.
There was still
There was still what?
It was one of the same.
Oh, well, you didn't see? You're really lacking today. Like, I poured you a beer earlier, but you didn't pick it up, so I drank it for you. And then you're like, oh, yeah, there's some other beer, and it's in the sink. Because that's where you go to look for, right?
Where's my beer?
It was dripping. It was dripping.
It was dripping.
It was a big can.
All right, Dooley, how the fuck was your week?
Pretty good. Amazon's been slowly kicking my ass here and there, but
Well, that's too many letters. It's just a Zon. You only need 3.
Calm down, yeah. And you didn't use a single acronym, like.
it's hard to disappoint you for
They've
not saying that.
they've been KMAing me.
But it's been pretty steady, pretty slow on some doors. There's 2 arcs that we have, ATL2.
There we go.
There it is.
And
The shit that no one
MCO1.
understands. Gotta love it. Let's go.
If you do not know, ATL2 is
Atlanta?
Atlanta,
The
and
second
go,
Atlanta, though.
Go ahead and guess what MCO1 is.
MCO,
Michigan?
MCO. Isn't there a number?
1.
Michael can't count.
MCO1. What is MCO1? It's probably like something like Chesapeake. Because it makes zero fucking sense.
Orange County, Florida. But both those doors we have.
MCO1 is really Orange County, Florida?
Are you being... Okay.
Wow.
I mean, I guess that
Why-
makes sense. Like,
no? It
What was
doesn't.
that?
because you got to think that...
Why is it M?
That makes no sense to me. I got nothing on that one. I'm just saying it
Middle
makes
of the
sense that
state.
they are going to Florida because there's probably producers or people around here that send their items.
It's probably because it's spelled Florida.
What was that?
Florida. All right.
I'm trying to figure
No
out.
L, just 4.
Yeah.
And, well, Florida. It's not even 4.
Double O's?
Double O's. Florida.
F-O-U-R-D. Ford.
Food. All right. Well, if you're going to stop.
Oh, well, I was going to say, do you know what? Just take a wild guess.
Did you just
what?
Google that?
Yes, he did.
Googled your own job?
Q.
I mean, let's talk about that.
QXX6.
Quebec.
QXX6.
Nope. It is
Sioux
probably
City.
Shreveport.
Sioux City. There are so fucking many. I can't even fucking pick them through. Anyway, but I don't understand the airport codes for a lot of the things.
I still like how they keep it with 3 letters. Like, yeah, there's a number. There's only 3 letters.
Like, did you know XZY8 is Toronto?
No,
Why
nobody would know that.
Why the
None of us know.
fuck? I mean, maybe the people in Toronto. Like, we don't know what their airport code is.
I
It's
mean,
like
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
ORF.
it's like asking somebody from Toronto if they know what ORF is. Like,
The Man from Toronto.
we're just gonna go ahead and
That was a
go.
good movie.
Every time you think, "Did you know?" the answer is no.
Did you know
The answer
that
is
you
no.
could buy straight from an Amazon facility, though?
Yeah,
No.
there's pickup. There's curbside.
They did
Yeah.
not know that, actually.
Yeah, the only reason why I know that is because that one that we drive by all the time, there's like signs like curbside here. Like,
I mean, hey, I don't want to wait an hour. Give me my shit.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to wait 2 days. God,
Right?
It's too long.
Get it.
Amazon now. Now.
Get it
Now.
Get it in the next hour. I'm already here.
Ding dong. Sir, you can't be in here. I'm just gonna get my own shit.
It told me it's on B17.
Yeah, here's
I'm walking.
Here's my receipt.
The net was not down on the door. It felt free to come in.
Could Amazon see that should be more like the Amazon store where you just walk in, put shit in your pockets, and walk out, and they just charge you.
I mean,
Yeah.
Japan has that.
Well, that's
Or,
what I'm
like,
saying.
pay
Like,
for it
just go
online
walk into
and
the
you can
Amazon facilities,
scan
like
it
people
when
are
you get
working,
there.
and you're just like just putting shit in your pockets.
They do like grocery stores like that some places, don't they? Like
Yeah.
Airports now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it would really stop like the grab and go kind of like people, like the thievery, like just run in, grab a bunch of shit, and run out. And like, bitch, you just got charged for all this shit.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you have to have like a
Account.
phone
Yeah.
or something on you.
I'm assuming people have phones. I'm sorry. Maybe
Yes.
I'm crazy.
But if you're robbing,
It could be an Android.
You would
it
just
could be an Android.
not bring the phone.
Fuck, man.
Like you just don't bring your phone, then you don't get charged.
Yeah, but then it won't open the door.
Yeah.
You got to scan your Amazon. To
I mean,
get
see, you
inside
got-
this on.
You
All
gotta
y'all-
you
all
gotta
y'all have
Americanize
Amazon
the
badges.
Japanese version because Japan is just like walk in, get your shit, you pay for it, and you leave. And like, yeah, they have a camera, but people are like honor code.
Yeah.
Around here, it would be like, yeah, no.
No.
I just got 3 cars. What do you mean? Everybody was inside the store.
You see that gas
I
Jeep?
just took their car.
You see that gas Jeep? Yeah, I took that too. The mini one? Yeah, I got
Shit,
3 of those.
Everyone had to start getting like the badges that I have to wear to go to work, like with your bag log in, and you have a
Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers.
Badges, not badgers.
Yeah,
I know what you're going for there, but I don't think it's badgers.
Jason have a badger I bring to work every single day.
That's a throwback, by the way. That is a throwback reference.
Just everyone comes in like mine is like
We don't need no stinking badges.
everyone with some weird ass shit. Boston food.
All right, Dennis.
The Boucha was very, how shall I say this? It
Busy.
was steady, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
In the winter. Steady. I wonder what that's like.
Well, you figure it's military pay week, and at the same time, Valentine's Day was on Wednesday,
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that part.
and then Fat Tuesday was on Tuesday.
I made a paella.
Tuesday or Wednesday?
Kind of.
Wednesday, right? Or did you? No, you did that Tuesday.
I went to work on Wednesday.
You
and
finally
everything's-
used the paella pan. Let's
Yeah,
go with
I've
that.
had the paella pan for over a year, and I finally used it.
I went to work on Wednesday, and there's hearts everywhere, and I'm like, "What's going on?"
Did anybody give you a Valentine?
No, because we're busy giving y'all's packages. I'm like,
Too busy Valentine in the rest of the world.
I walked in, I'm walking with my dude CJ, and I'm like, "Why are there hearts everywhere?" He's like, "It's Valentine's Day." I'm like, "Oh shit!" I thought it was like that 8th, maybe the 9th. I don't know.
Like the date you thought, that day was the 9th, or you thought Valentine's Day was the 9th?
No, I thought the day was the 9th.
It's like I missed a week.
I don't know, man. I just come to work like
I'm fucking a week behind right now. Like, what the fuck?
mentally, I'm a week
Shit.
behind. Okay, like
Anything crazy? Any crazy request at the butcher shop? Like, anybody asking you to, like, cut up chicken all weird into little pieces so they get all the bones in their food? I don't know why people do that
That's an
shit.
everyday fucking occurrence, bro. That's literally every day, especially on Sundays. Sunday is like
I just don't understand, like, hacking up a chicken, bone in.
I don't get it either.
It makes it, like, fucking impossible. I mean, like, maybe if you're just, like, gonna stock it. Like, I'm gonna make just...
No, they're making straight curry with that, and I'm like,
But
no.
the bones?
Yeah, I don't like you. Chew
maybe
them
they
or-
want to play the game of let's not choke on chicken bones.
It's... Oh, right. Is that chicken or is that a twig? Is that a chicken bone or did I forget to pull out the rosemary stem? Go for it.
That chicken bone. Like, I know that poke
It's like the
anywhere.
dog on fucking Christmas Vacation.
turkey bone.
I don't know, man. Like that just confuses me so much. Like,
No, that's an everyday occurrence, especially on Sundays.
let's talk about a butcher hack. We haven't talked about a butcher hack in a long time. What can we do? What will the butcher do for free? Okay, so if I walked in, you don't have whole ducks.
Yes, we
see.
do.
You do have whole ducks?
They're frozen though.
Oh well, so you could pre-order it.
Yeah,
All right, so if I pre-ordered a whole duck,
I am not deboning it. I've done it once. Actually, I've done it twice. I won't do it again.
If I tip you $4,
Wrong kind of package.
so you're not gonna debone the duck?
Hell no.
At least take the breast off.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, I mean you leave the rest of the needle. I mean I'm not
But
asking
at
you
the
to
same time,
debone
why
the
do
leg
that? Why do that whenever I already got the breast already there? You know.
because I need the rest of the bones to make my duck stock. I mean we got to get like what's that duck vice called where like you
I don't know what it is, but it's French and it's a press. And it, like,
yeah,
gets the
like you just
blood
put
out
the,
of
you
bones,
just
and
just
it's-
crank it down and it's like it looks like a sausage stuffer,
Yeah.
but it's like vertical instead of like horizontal, and like you just put the whole duck in there and they just crank that bitch shut, and they just have like a little gravy cup that catches everything that comes out of it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I just don't know.
Animals
Matt
do what the
for
fuck we get to
Bouger?
them. It's just-
Matt for Bougit.
I mean, you're the one that took French.
Yeah, look, man. I don't know if this is a.
You're saying it like you're asking us a question.
Matt LaBougie.
I am definitely asking the question. I don't even like. I'm not sure if that's the brand or the name though. Does that make like Brass
I'm-
Duck Press might just be the name of it?
Breast duck press.
I think Matt for
by
Bourgit
Fabergé.
is the brand.
I just said that like an English person trying to impersonate a fucking French person.
Like,
Fabergé.
the Chef's Kitchen Duck a la Presse. So it's just
I mean, that's fancy.
Duck
They
press.
really worked hard on coming up with a name for that one.
Canard a la Presse. So there
Time
you go.
out.
So it's literally duck
Yeah.
press.
So okay. So that is the finishing of the dish, right? So they
Yeah.
roast duck, then they debone the cooked duck, and then they just take all the leftovers and put it in the press to make the sauce. Am I correct in this?
It consists of various parts of duck served in a sauce of its own blood and bone marrow, which is extracted by way of a press.
Fucking metal.
And then we saute.
So yes, you cook it and then you
You
use.
saute with a little bit of shallot and garlic.
You are cooking the duck, but then you're using the blood and the bone
the
marrow
rest.
to make the sauce.
All the goods.
All the
Fucking metal.
What'd you do with that gizzard? That gizzard's in there, dog.
Oh, I guess it. Can't taste it.
They're usually chewy, but when they're liquid, they're not.
I don't know if we want to get into all of this, but it's a
I mean,
it's a
we're-
rather.
Let's go down the rabbit hole.
All right, down the duck hole.
Ooh, that sounds weird.
I don't want to go down
We're
there.
11 minutes into this podcast, then it's like
duck farts all
down
over.
the duck hole.
Preparation of canard à la presse is first a duck, preferably young and plump, is asphyxiated to retain the blood. So you don't actually
Okay, I get it.
cut its throat or its beak and drain the blood. You suffocate it.
Can you pass me that notepad real fast? I'm going to take some notes.
The duck is then partially roasted. Its liver is ground and seasoned. Then the legs and breast are removed. The remaining carcass, including other meat, bones, and skin, is then put in a specialty designed press. So you're only removing the legs and the breast for actual consumption. Similar to a wine press, pressure is then applied to extract duck blood and other juices from the carcass. The extract is thickened and flavored with the duck's liver, butter, and cognac, and then combined with the breast to finish cooking.
Did you spell cognac real fast? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really taking all the notes.
Other ingredients may be
Just
added
mentally.
to the sauce, including, this is weird that you would add it to the sauce, but foie gras,
So add some goose, man. I mean,
port wine, Madeira wine, and lemon. The breast
Wow, there's a lot going on here.
The breast is sliced and served with the sauce. In a first serving, the legs are grilled and served as the next course. By the way, that's from Rowan.
See, I'm going to want you to spin that around. I want the grilled duck legs first. I think I want to finish the meal with the perfectly seared duck breast.
That is from Rowan in France. It's a specialty of theirs. Just
Okay, so click back over to the topic page real fast, Willie, because I got one I saw today. Okay, so I was going to the dentist. And, like, you've seen, like, U.S. Army stickers on cars. You've seen U.S. Navy, you know, I'm a Marine dad. Like, you've seen all these stickers. I have never seen U.S. Congress.
What?
I saw it today, and the license plate was literally Win Day. And it was like, it had like on the back of the bumper, and it wasn't even like, I mean, obviously it wasn't like a seal or anything, but it was literally like written out, like you would see like, you know, U.S. Navy written out in like block letters on the
Yeah.
back of like a pickup truck.
Yeah.
This was like on the bumper of like a Volkswagen, and it was like, U.S. Congress. And I was like, but I mean, it wasn't really big. It was, I mean, I would say maybe 8 inches. Like, and it was like, you know, 8 inches by like maybe 2 inches tall.
like the standard.
And it was just like U.S. Congress, and then
Nobody.
underneath that, underneath
Nobody's using
underneath that, the license plate said Win Day, not Wednesday. It was W-I-N-D space.
Maybe it was like, it's really
D-A-Y.
windy. Windy. It's really windy out.
But I was
now.
just like, wow, the U.S. Like, I
mean,
served.
That's a flex.
Did you serve? Yeah, I served.
Congress.
I feel like that's something
Well,
I
you know,
probably
they
would not
should
want.
have gotten hazard pay for January 6th, you know, so.
Say, I feel like that's something I wouldn't want on my license plate.
Yeah, especially with the climate is nowadays. you got a better chance of being a Coast Guard, have a Coast Guard sticker on there and not having anything happen to you.
All right. So, what would you feed someone? Serve, cook, whatever. You know, feed somebody. What would you prepare for them if they were visiting the South for the first time?
Pickled pig feet.
When I say South, I mean South of the United States. South in the United States, not South of the United States.
Pickled pig feet.
See, pickled pig feet. I mean, I can't get like I don't know if it's the pickling part of it or if why do they gotta make it pink?
You ready? I'm going to throw one at you that's going to sound national, but has a whole different southern twist.
Okay,
Mashed fucking potatoes.
mash the fucking potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, but I'm just saying.
What did you do to these
mashed
mashed
fucking
potatoes?
potatoes.
They're delicious.
I feel like mashed potatoes in the South is
Oh, I
like
smashed them.
mashed potatoes in the South though, like it's at that point I think it's like half butter. You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah.
have northern mashed potatoes, like it's like I mean
It's
they
very-
taste like potato. If you have southern mashed potatoes, it's like Where's the potato? Yeah, this tastes like
What's that?
seasoning and butter, and I'm not complaining.
What's
I'm
that
just
puddle?
saying.
What's that puddle of liquid?
Here's
Is
my
that
mashed butter.
Right? Yeah. Like,
You gotta be careful with the temperature of the mashed butter. You want it soft, but not melted.
like, what other dish do you... Because every time I think Southern, like just
Shrimp
Southern
grits?
cooking, it's fatty foods. Like, they add butter and seasoning to anything that probably doesn't need it. Like, what are you eating?
It's
Fried
more
butter.
French than French food.
What are you eating? Fried
They
butter.
took
What are
it,
you
they were
dipping
like-
it in?
The French were like this, and then add butter. And
Yeah,
Paula
I-
Dean turned around. She's like,
I
"You mean
got
the
this.
whole stick?"
I got this, yeah. Like
And
deep
then-
fried butter,
and,
dipped
and
in
then like
butter.
just eyeballing the French cook like straight in the face and like slowly unwrapping the entire stick of butter and like and just a pat of butter.
Paula Dean already has it all out unwrapped, but she put it back in the box of 16 fucking sticks, and she's just like, "Yeah, that's
I don't know,
one."
She's just throwing it like in the ricer and just squeezing butter into shit.
Collard greens.
Shrimp and grits.
Okay.
Collard greens got to do it right though.
Again, you got to do it Southern.
Yeah. I mean, if there isn't like
There better be pork in it.
if there is not at least pork or smoked turkey in your collard greens, you've done it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, and you and me know.
But again, that's Southern. I mean, that's
Pecan
throw
pie.
some fat in it. What do you got? I got this leftover pork. It's got a whole bunch
mean,
of fat on it. Let's go.
The furthest north I ever lived is Kentucky.
That's kind of north.
I mean,
Not really.
but yeah, but like when you think about it, yeah, it's like it's north of here, but it's not really north. It's not. I don't think Kentucky considers itself
Oh shit!
a northern
dude, I was
state.
thinking, I don't know why, just Kentucky, and then I thought Connecticut.
Oh, that's really north.
That's where
Yeah.
my mind went. I was like,
I mean,
damn.
we're still in Kentucky Fried Chicken country.
Yeah. I don't know why we
Not
said
even the same
Kentucky.
three-letter acronym if it would be. Like, Kentucky doesn't start with a C. Connecticut
I
it
mean,
would have to be
'cause
like
it's prob-
CT,
No,
you know? Like,
I mean, according to Amazon, it's probably like PRA
I mean, you're probably right, yeah.
3.
I mean, I'm thinking the orphan numbers, man. Kentucky's over there with the Can 4.
And, and the only reason why I was in Kentucky was for boot camp. And I'm saying I lived there because I was there for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, well, no, I think it was a long ass time.
How much of Kentucky did you get to see?
Not much.
I was there for
outside
boot
the
camp.
I saw where they keep the gold. And then I had like one day off and I went to like Louisville. And then I went right back to Fort Knox. So anyway, not a lot.
This is nice. Fuck.
Man, you guys, this state sucks. I swear, if that guy tells me to go pee one more time, I can pee when I gotta pee.
I probably would have been fine.
All right, Alex, the time has come.
Okay, I mean, I'm down. I wanted to look up what a Southern specialty food was, but unfortunately, it's
Like, I mean, fried chicken. Everyone just glazed over fried chicken.
Yeah.
Like, I just haven't lived. I haven't lived north enough to know what northern fried chicken is.
The top three that I'm looking at right here out of the South's most iconic recipes of all time is baked macaroni and cheese,
Oh, come on! Everybody bakes macaroni and cheese.
buttermilk biscuits,
Buttermilk biscuits. Here we go.
and German chocolate cake. Which
said
you
that-
think would be, a German thing, but I guess it's Southern
Well, no,
American.
because German's like named after the chocolate company.
Okay.
Like not the. It's not spelled the same.
All right, you want to?
That's something like
You
you're
ready to
about to
get into
start
this?
going
Because
on.
I got to look some shit up if we about to get into this topic.
There's no sound like you were
We
about
about
to
to get
like,
into this topic. So
It's not like you're about to try
Okay,
to
yeah.
get
So
fucking
yeah,
Mr.
just
Wonderful.
all right. So Alex had brought to my attention. This was we were going to talk about this last week. We just kind of ran out of some time in our like fucking 2-hour
2-hour
podcast.
podcast.
We ran out of time. We had more to talk about. So he read somewhere and he's trying to pull it up right now.
I got it.
You got it?
I've got the names.
Okay.
Of the so now we know that there are two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Don't
no,
forget,
okay.
there's more to this story. There is more to this story. So there was a Facebook post
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. Pacific Rim is free on Netflix. If anybody has Netflix, and
It's also free on demand if you have Verizon.
long story short,
and the second one too.
every time Netflix or Hulu or whatever somebody releases new content, somebody's like making posts about it, and it just shows up on Facebook all the time. Well, I saw a Facebook post that basically broke down to Pacific Rim, best movie of all time. And I did my due diligence. I went back and watched Pacific Rim again. And you know what?
I mean, I've seen it like 2 times.
It's not a bad movie, but as far as
no.
best movie of all
And
time,
that's kind of like a broad claim.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like...
of all time, like, that is
Because
best movie ever.
we were
Like,
having this was like, you know, we were having this conversation during prep. Like,
Yeah.
we're in the truck, he's chopping onions. I don't know. I'm probably slicing bread or cooking bacon. Probably doing both.
Yeah.
I just brought it up. I was like, so I saw
Yeah.
this, you know, like
And then we started naming this like,
any movie that was better
well, I
than
mean,
Pacific
like
Rim.
we just passed over like Gone with the Wind. Like
Classic.
Sound of Music.
Yeah,
like, you're
like-
like Pacific Rim, way better than those. Like, it's like,
So
No,
I think
Wizard
we,
of Oz.
I think we
like-
spent a good shift.
yeah, I mean, like
It was a
he
whole
brought it, like
shift.
Mary Poppins,
Yeah.
Like,
even the recreation.
still
Yeah.
better than
Still
Pacific
better.
Rim.
Like, I mean,
So-
and I'm not saying Pacific Rim is a bad movie.
No.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah,
He
I
brought
brought
that
that
up.
one up. Thank you, classics. You know what I mean? Like, but again, I'm not saying it's a bad.
Spaceballs.
It's not a
Fuck
bad
yeah.
movie, but Pacific Rim, greatest movie of all
I
time.
mean, I wouldn't
that
say
seems like
Spaceballs
reach.
is the greatest movie of all time by any means.
Better than Pacific
but it's
Rim.
better than Pacific Rim.
So Jason reached out to me yesterday
National Lampoon's
because I don't know what he was looking at, but he found
I was-
the
Dude,
I'm
that
gonna
was like
call
the
it-
weirdest because I was scrolling through the Zon, the Fire Stick, and I was
You're
like,
welcome.
and I hit like Freebie.
So before he continues, do we consider Pacific Rim like a B-list movie?
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a blockbuster,
Right.
It's
Isn't
not a
it the-
it
Titanic.
had good names in
It's
it.
not a Titanic. Better than Pacific,
Rim is the
Rim.
one with Rihanna in it, right?
It had good names
Huh?
in it.
Pacific Rim is the one with Rihanna in it, right?
No.
No, that's
No.
that's
Maybe
Pacific
Battleship.
Rim was the one with the dude who played Jax from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, it's where the
They-
the other-
They're in giant robots.
Yeah, it's
and
like-
they fighting monsters.
Oh.
yeah, no, you're
That's how good the movie is.
you're
Julie.
thinking- you're thinking of Battleship.
Which was a good movie, by the way.
That was a good movie.
It was good.
Better than
Better-
Pacific Rim.
Better than Pacific Rim.
So,
I was about to say, like, an action film S type of things. Let's throw in some Saving Private Ryan. Let's throw in some fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Still a better movie than
It's
Pacific
not,
Rim.
not technically a movie, but then again, Band of Brothers, that's technically a movie because each episode's like a fucking hour and some change long. So, like.
so again, he was looking through Fire Stick yesterday, and now that we've solidified Pacific Rim is a B movie. Okay, so there's a remake of what we were assuming.
Is it a remake? I watched the trailer.
So
Yes,
I'm gonna
it
have
is-
to look that up.
I don't
as well.
know.
Right now,
Is
they're-
it considered spin-off,
Are you talking
remake?
about-
I think it's a remake of the sequel, which is what I need to look up next because there is a sequel to Pacific Rim.
Uprising, yeah.
Pacific Rim
Oh,
Uprising.
was it Uprising? Okay, so I was
So
wrong.
yeah, so
That-
it's not the same because he sent me a message yesterday which said I found this on whatever blah blah blah, but it's Atlantic Rim Resurrection. So they did a spin-off of the spin-off, like the
Damn, Rim
sequel. And I'm just like, that's got to be at least a D movie, right? Like, is that
Dude.
even like, does that qualify as a rank, or is that just like you're a movie?
Or a C
I,
movie.
I saw a lot of
Crap
previews
movie.
about this movie, and I was like, damn,
It does. It
dumb as
does.
shit.
By the way, Pacific Rim does have a better rating than Atlantic Rim.
I
which
would
is-
fucking hope so.
Atlantic
I
Rim.
mean, for something to be the greatest movie of all time,
It
is
better
that-
be better than the anyway. So
Sharknado's
Atlantic
better.
Rim,
I haven't seen Sharknado.
Atlantic Rim Resurrection.
it's
They have like 9
10 out
of
of
them
10.
now. Atlantic Rim Resurrection has a 1.8 out of 10. Now I feel like we need to Rotten
watched-
Tomatoes some shit.
I watched
because-
the trailer and like Freebie's got some like really weird shit. I don't know if anyone else has gone down the Freebie rabbit hole. They're making a new Twister. by the way.
Yeah, I can't wait for this.
Twisters.
Oh, by the way, just to throw it out there, best movie of all time did not get an 80% at all. It got a 72 tomato reader and a
that's
77 audience score.
Well, that's still pretty high for Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, but if you're talking best movie
Best
of all time,
movie of
we're
all
not
time.
we're not there. We're not there. Atlantic Rim, where's it at? Come on, it's got to be.
I'm
in
just
there,
wondering
right?
if Brain
Oh,
Man-
Atlantic. Fuck. Atlantic Rim is both. They have a regular and the Resurrection is number 2.
Oh, so there's 2 of them?
So there was an Atlantic Rim made. By the way, they made them the same year.
No.
Pacific Rim came out 2013. Atlantic Rim came out 2013. Pacific Rim Uprising came out in 2018. Atlantic Rim Resurrection, 2018. So
they're like releasing them at
piggyback
the same time.
all the
Is
way.
it by the same creators?
I will. Oh no, definitely not. I will. This is fucking beautiful.
Just fight their
Atlantic
own
Rim.
movies.
Atlantic Rim does not have a tomato meter at all. It has 2 reviews, but I guess that's biased in their opinion. The audience score for Atlantic Rim, the original, not Resurrection or whatever, 9%. 9% score on the Atlantic. Let's check out the Resurrection, because I mean the remake of the sequel has to be better, right? Apparently it is. It's got a 26%, which is why Freebie didn't pick up the original.
Wow.
I don't think I ever heard of Atlantic Rim.
Well, that's.
Well, I didn't until yesterday.
Had you ever heard of Pacific Rim? 'Cause I don't know.
Like-
That's a.
I mean, I heard about it, but never watched it because I was like, wow, no, not interested.
Just the audacity for someone to say,
Best movie
Best
ever.
movie
I mean, like,
ever.
just of all time. Like, no.
Because when y'all
No.
said it at first, I was thinking the Battleship movie thing. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool and everything like that. Y'all fight
Again,
little
not a
things and
bad
shit.
movie and better than Pacific Rim. But not.
still, a whole bunch of movies way better than that shit.
motherfucking Pearl Harbor. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to, like.
Yeah. No, you
Pearl Harbor
have
sucks.
Wait, you say Pearl Harbor sucks?
I wasn't a fan of it.
Are we talking about the same movie?
With Ben Affleck?
Yeah. I thought that was great.
It's pretty good.
It's been a minute since I saw the movie.
Either way, can we agree it was better than
You've never
Pacific
seen
Rim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pearl
yeah,
Harbor?
yeah.
What?
Better. He agrees it's better than Pacific Rim. Doesn't
I mean, no
matter.
shit. I mean, like we were talking, like with all the movies that we brought up, like Green Mile.
Yeah, we were
better
just
than
like
fucking
we were just bringing up
Shawshank,
so
8
much.
Miles. just in miles alone, we could probably find 5 movies that better.
Like we were jumping categories. Like no, like it would just be the most random. Like, and again, there would be like 5 minutes of silence in between each one. They like we'd be talking bullshit or whatever. And then all of a sudden, it would just be like, "Yo, what about blah blah blah?" And it was like Stuart Little,
Miles.
better than
1,000 Miles
Pacific Rim.
Graceland.
yes.
The
better
South
than
Park
Pacific Rim.
movie unedited.
Still
What?
better.
It's
Than
the
Pacific Rim.
South Park movie unedited.
I don't know. I don't know if that's better than.
You have that song.
Yeah.
It's already better than that movie.
All right, what you got on number 2 here?
Well, it's a duo snack topic.
A duo snap time.
Well, it's a topic and a snack. So, all right. Well, you got to let us read the title.
Little Debbie has 3 new treats coming to stores, and fans are here for it all.
Oh yeah, I don't know what they are yet.
Me either.
I mean, this sounds like a best of all time situation. Yes. They're here. All right. Little Debbie's spring lineup. 2 new spring snacks.
Okay, so I'm not sure if this one's on the list. I just picked this one up because it sounded interesting.
It looks interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not often you just like go running through. I mean,
Here it is.
Oh, these are the 3 new ones, so you didn't get any of the new ones.
Oh,
well,
They
they
don't come out
have-
until March, that's why.
They now have spring mini donuts, spring mini muffins,
Lemons.
lemon spring mini muffins, and birthday cake cream pies.
Let's check the
Which
name of that.
sounds so much different than it should.
You right?
Little Debbie got a birthday cream pie.
birthday cake cream pie.
Does that make you feel better about the way I
Yes.
said it?
Yes.
Jason, we are an explicit channel. It's okay.
I mean, if it makes you feel better saying birthday cake cream pie by Little Debbie.
Well, it's got sprinkles.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh, permanent shelf item.
Returning goods.
The birthday cake will be a permanent shelf item as of April 1st.
Then returning goods, they got launching now through March. Easter basket cakes in vanilla and chocolate.
Ooh.
They got
Spring butterfly cakes, spring party cakes,
Cherry.
blooming spring brownies. What do you
I
think
don't really
blooming
need
spring
any.
brownies is? Like, did we put flowers in brownies? Is that where we're at?
That's an interesting.
So before, we're not going to tell you what this is. Outside of that, it is in fact a Little Debbie cupcake. I just want you to like guess what flavor the Little Debbie cupcake is.
I'll go first.
You're not allowed. Because I sent you the picture and I was like, "Do you want these?" And she was like, "Fuck yeah." Best guesses?
Supposed to be key lime.
That's
Do
not
we?
a bad guess, actually.
Kind of getting key lime.
Now that he said it, it's hard not to think about it, but
Well, It is key lime. Good job, Little Debbie, for nailing the flavor. Dennis, great job for picking up on it.
I don't know
But
about
it's-
nailing a flavor, but yeah, they got it.
I mean, it is lime, and it has that extra like tart.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much all you need
have
to
a
emulate
key
key lime pie. Which I've never made a key lime pie.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we should go down that road, especially now
Just
that
Don't
I know.
add, just don't
I've
add too
had one
much
before,
lemon.
but
Huh?
Don't add too much lime juice. That's the key. Otherwise, it won't set.
That's the key to the key lime. Mm-hmm. But I just saw obviously getting key limes this far north in Virginia. So
Line right
far.
there. From lemon muffins to birthday cake, fork and cream pies. I've never been more excited for Little Debbie snacks.
All right, moving on. But yeah, so I think we're gonna have to make a key lime pie. All right,
Down with this. I like key lime
the
pie.
next topic. Oh, look at all the ones. I didn't realize
Did
they
we
that.
talk about Zatarans last week?
No,
We didn't.
No,
No.
because that happened on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
this is
Okay, so let me give you some background. Okay,
okay.
so
Nuts.
Bum, 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 bum.
so it was Valentine's, and we had discussed it for a while, and it was what is it, Ash Wednesday, and we're like,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to make paella for Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we go around to all the stores and purchase the ingredients, and this is how good we plan. It is Valentine's Day.
And you're out on Valentine's Day
Buying the shit for
Yep.
dinner.
Mhm.
Did he get you chocolates or flowers?
No.
No.
And he was out
Well,
on the
fine.
day. You can't say they weren't available.
We were out together.
Oh, this is what I got her. Take it and pass it, please, sir. So
When did you
Sure
buy
you
the
didn't
key
put this
lime?
on, like,
When did
Food
you buy the
Network?
Little Debbie's?
huh?
So when did you buy the Little Debbie's?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Maybe that was
Oh,
Valentine's
did I have to
Day.
go back out? Anyway, so we go to the first store, and she's seen it.
Well,
She
yeah,
was-
but it's still got to get back to you at
Well,
some
I
point,
haven't
right?
seen the picture.
So, all right, so we made paella and went to the store, got all the ingredients, got the prawns, Argentinian fucking pink shrimp. What the fuck?
Argentine
ever.
reds, yeah.
Yeah, reds. Those are good.
They taste like little baby lobsters.
Well, the prawns did not. And then we started questioning other things, and we started questioning why the prawns were kind of gross. But I'm not even to get to the point. There was an ingredient in the paella, which was Cajun style sausage. Mm-hmm. I was going to use the Portuguese sausage because I thought that would have fit well, but in my haste of purchasing, how much was it? $30 worth. The two prawns were $10.
Dude.
$11 for two prawns. I was like, damn, whatever. It's Valentine's Day. So yeah, she didn't get chocolates.
She's worth it.
because she got $12 worth of prawns that were disgusting.
Yes.
Only the prawns were
And
disgusting,
food,
huh?
and food
Well,
poisoning.
yeah, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. So,
Don't blame it on the
so
prawns. That's
in the
all I'm
haste,
saying.
in the
It's like-
haste of forgetting the what is that fucking Portuguese sausage called?
Linguiça?
Yeah, linguiça. In the haste of leaving the store, forgot to grab the package. So we ended up at Walmart and ended up grabbing a package of Zatarans, and I'm only saying their name because they were cool as shit. Cajun style smoked sausage.
So do we?
No,
No.
they have two. They have an andouille, and then they have Cajun style smoked sausage.
Okay.
I didn't know what the difference was, so this time I decided I was going to try the smoked sausage.
Mm-hmm.
So, go home, make paella. Sausage in paella.
Mm-hmm.
I sliced it's cooked sausage, so, I make snacks while I'm cooking. And,
Yeah.
because all this, I cut an entire link, which is probably a foot long. And I was like, not all of this is going into the paella, so I had a little stack of snackums on the side of the cutting board that I was just popping them in my mouth, and I was like,
This don't taste right.
well, I've never had it before.
Yeah.
I was thinking andouille, but it wasn't. And I was like, okay, I didn't purchase the andouille. This is something different. And I'm feeding it to the producer, and she's like, yeah, I'm not a fan. And I was like, yeah, we keep eating it. Or she tries it again. She's like, there's something wrong with it. And I was like, it's olives. Why does the fucking sausage taste like olives? I don't know.
That's yeah.
And, so we kept cooking. And there's still a pile. There's a 3-inch stack of sausage. giggity. But so like,
You're giggity in 3 inches.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Hey man,
That's not a giggity. That's at best you got gig.
you didn't see the pizza post? No, it's the Subway post.
yeah.
Subway, like the
Get a foot long for Valentine's
Best I
Day.
can do is 10.5 inches.
So anyway, we go through dinner, eating. Then of course, like we don't really sit down to eat. We're kind of just like eating it out of the pan, and I just can't get past the sausage. So I took a screenshot or a picture of not a screenshot. I took a picture of the package and I posted it on Facebook and at Zatarans.
Yeah.
I was like, at Zatarans, why does this taste like olives? Zatarans wrote me. It was like, sorry, please send us the package information. Basically, they want to know like the date,
Yeah.
like the reference number is what I'm going to call it. It's not what it's called though. Like
UPC number and all that?
Well, UPC, but
Yeah.
the batch code.
Yeah.
That's on the sausage and all that.
Yeah.
And especially with like this crazy listeria thing going around
Yeah.
right now with like all the cheeses and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're like, fuck. And like, so like I go like, I gotta do like, this is the next day, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, they didn't answer me on Valentine's Day in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
They responded, like the producer gets on the food truck. She's like, do you see Zatarans responded to you? I was like, no, that's fucking cool though. Let's figure out what they want. And they're like, oh. I was like, well, when I get home, I'll give them the information.
Yeah.
So
Oh, this should be good.
upon further review,
A prawn?
No. I
This is
go.
where we're reviewing the sausage at this point.
I go and to send them the information. I was like, holy shit! This sausage says Best Buy, October, 29th, 2023.
My
So-
birthday.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
As well.
No, only a month ago. Or 2.
Why
Like
the fuck was
4.
this on the fucking damn
4.
shelf?
4 months past Best Buy.
To be fair, when he told me about it, he said it was from
Yeah, I said-
2003.
I
and I was like, God damn, did Zatarans even have that flavor? No wonder it tastes like olive.
So I was like, my bad, Zatarans. Like I pretty much know why it tastes like olives now. It's fermented in its own juices. And I was like, it's cool. Like I'll just take it up with the store. Like, thank you guys for caring
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
and being awesome.
Yeah.
And they're like, email us. And I'm like, okay. Like, so I just emailed them the pack because they kept telling me to direct message them, and they don't have the button on their page
Yeah.
to DM like message. Like, no. So I was like, that doesn't exist. They were like, email us or call us. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna. Like, first off, it's like I just want you guys to know what's happening. Like, Zatarans is cool. Zatarans is trying to handle the situation, but I don't want Zatarans to like. I mean, I really don't care if they pull. Well, I don't want them to pull their products off the shelf of the store that I go to get it. And I also didn't ask anything of Zatarans. Like, I realized this is not your business.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, this is the store
stores.
that I purchased it from's problem, not Zatarans' problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just it. Like, yeah, so like I was really waiting for like another roast beef episode. I was like, fuck, man.
Also, the way that you were
Like,
sounding.
I mean, the way that I get food poisoning is like my wife likes to. Hey, I bought this from this store, and this is the same store that we got the roast beef from.
Best Buy January 2024. I'm going to hide that for a little bit.
I'll just put it in the beer cooler,
There's
in the
some-
beer fridge. He'll never see it.
There's some nice cheeses working on
Yeah, working on some.
making you
Yeah, we
sick right
evidently over purchased on cheese because there was some shredded sales, and we go through a lot of shredded cheese around this house.
Yeah.
I mean, because nothing's better than cheese but melted cheese. So
Or just shredded.
yeah,
we
we just.
should make mac and cheese.
I mean, right now we have enough cheese that like we could all walk around like dipping cheese like Dennis
Is it-
fucking skull or whatever. Like, just tuck it in your lip and you're like, what are you doing? Dipping my cheese, man. What are you looking at me all weird? You just got cheese like all up in your teeth all the time.
Is the cheese aged as well?
Let's make mac and cheese.
Wait, we're gonna have to do something like a fucking 7 cheese mac and cheese. Click the next button.
17.
I like the way your wife thinks.
All right.
17 cheese mac and cheese, bitch. Let's go.
So we talked about this a few podcasts ago. I don't know like how many, like maybe 3.
Apparently he's
Shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation. So this is a real thing, and now and then I saw like today, the Hampton Roads show was asking people to write in and like what they've noticed. Like we talked about this a while ago, and now it's becoming like mainstream. Like the shrinkflation. The president is now calling out companies for shrinkflation.
You're just behind the news.
Oh yeah,
That's fine.
so we know as company like that cupcake that we just ate seemed rather small from Little Debbie to be a cupcake.
Yeah.
Well, I will say though,
And it could be a limited edition.
I was gonna say specialty flavor. You never know.
But we all know, like, you know, of course, like, look, man, the bag of chips with the half air, it's not even air anymore, it's like nitrogen. And, you know, they're trying to prolong and, you know, protect the chips in quotations. But, I mean, that's all done by weight. And I don't know what the weight of a bag of original Lay's were 4 years ago and what a bag of original Lay's weighs now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go and venture to say that it's probably a little bit lighter these days and we're paying the same price.
Nice.
The bag didn't change. You know, and they put that little product may have settled during shipping, you know.
That's where we got all those broken chips.
Yeah.
They settled.
They dropped half an ounce.
Half an ounce?
Frito-Lay in 2022.
Okay, so this is more recent than, like...
March 14th, 2022, this article was written in Food and Wine, also the same site that we are currently looking at. But in 2022, Frito-Lay in particular confirmed they dropped the weight of bags from 9.75 ounces to 9.25.
Okay. And that's probably a lot of potato chips, because potato chips weigh like fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you sell half an ounce? Like, how many chips of, like, think of original Lay's, the shitty ones that you can't scoop anything with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even when you try to scoop the chili that fell off your hot dog on your plate and you try to scoop that up with the Lay's, it still fucking breaks. Was there a bean in there? Like, the bean broke the potato chips back? Like, nope. There's a bean in there. Best I can do is no bean chili.
Oh, shit. This was even earlier in 2020. Lay's is chipping away at the party size bag.
Chipping away?
Yeah, they punned it all the way.
Oh, that's good.
Lay's is chipping away at the party size bag, shrinking it from 15.25 down to 13 ounces.
And still charge you the same price.
Yes, that's what shrinkflation
Yeah.
is. You get less. You pay same.
So, like, what if they shrinkflation gas?
Right?
Like, what if we just switch to liters?
Fucking.
You think they'd still have like the
It's
0.9?
it's the
at
same
end?
price.
Like,
It's the same price. It's just now we're selling it in liters. Like, it's
So instead of 10 gallons, I need a lot more gas.
I don't know, man. Like, so anyway, again, president stepped up and was asking companies to please end the shrinkflation. I mean, look. Oh, you just coming out with snacks like for yourself?
Oh yeah.
It's just, yep. I just needed a little protein. But yeah, so I mean, the way to end, I don't know if there's an answer. Like, how do you stop companies from doing this? I mean, because the price of product is getting out of control. Like, we do our best to maintain our integrity to the customer.
I like that the company noted the change was due to the pandemic.
Which one? Which company?
Fucking
Frito-Lay? Oh, because it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Which reduced the size of a bag of Doritos from 9.7 to 9.25 ounces. Though the company noted the change was due to the pandemic, it still posted a 9% increased operating profit between 2021 and 2022.
Okay, like, do you think the people staying at home during a pandemic want less chips?
I think they want more chips.
It's like, what are you doing? I just spent the entire day watching Netflix, and you just took half an ounce of chips away from me.
Right.
Like,
I am
that's
pissed.
some fighting shit right there.
That's fighting words right there. You know?
This is what I'm worried about.
What are you worried about?
The toilet
The
paper,
toilet paper
decrease.
shrinkflation? Yeah, they took 20 sheets off of that thing, man. The 264 double ply sheet roll to 244.
Well, Well, then the other one,
Some bitches.
Ultra Soft Super Mega Rolls, is decreased from 396 sheets to 366.
That's 30 whole sheets.
I will stand to watch for this.
He said I will.
Yeah,
stand
one
away.
day. I mean, dude, that is.
He said I will stand away for this.
Hey, that was a podcast title.
I know.
I will stand to watch for this.
We know you and Austin, these fucking weirdos.
What don't you take away?
But I mean, okay, so like, I mean, I don't think there's a way around this. Like, unless the raw product gets cheaper. Like, okay, let's talk about it though, because I'm going to use this as an example. Chicken wings. We all know chicken wings went through the fucking roof.
Yeah, they're in the
I knew you were gonna go there.
So did eggs.
Yeah,
Eggs came back down.
chicken wings came down too, but not in restaurants.
Yeah, and in restaurants they still charge the.
Because restaurants still are have to pay fucking $15-16 an hour for fucking minimum wage now for the cooks to cook
Exactly.
this. So I get why they didn't bring them down very much. Some places actually like
Gone are the 25-cent wings.
I had 50-cent wings for Super Bowl. It was great.
Were they like the Buffalo Wild Wings that are like this big, they're tiny little suckers?
No.
Good
they,
ones?
They did the same ones like you see at the butcher shop, like like 6-7 wings to a pound and everything.
Nice.
Yeah. 850 them bitches.
50.
Then had more the next night. Eventually, we'll turn into a chicken wing. I eat chicken wings almost every night.
Wingman.
I was just wondering inside if we had any more chicken wings.
I don't think so.
We've done this one before.
Guess we'll
Yeah,
just
I know,
keep
but we
eating
needed to.
boneless wings.
I just thought about it the other day. It popped up because, like, I reuse the hell out of bread clips,
Well,
so it doesn't matter. But I just wanted to, we just get to it real fast. If you scroll back up real fast, I get the title of this, Louis. How to decode the colorful tags on your bread bag. I honestly will lose the tag and then just grab one out of the drawer because I save them.
Yeah. Because you use them on the truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
And for your bread bags for when you make bread.
and then people think that I bought the bread when I bring it to their house. But anyway, so Monday is blue, Tuesday is green, Thursday is red, Friday is white, and Saturday is yellow. So when you go to the store and you see the tag on Thursday and it's blue, you know that bread was probably baked on Monday. But,
So no one bakes bread on Wednesday.
Wednesday or
Sunday?
Sunday.
Sundays.
Yeah.
Like no one.
well, I mean, maybe Sunday they're closed. Oh, it says right there. Should be noted that since most bakeries don't produce bread on Sundays and Wednesdays, they are admitted. Really, Wednesdays and Thursdays, bakery. I mean, thank God our baker makes bread on Wednesday.
Yeah, he's closed on Mondays.
Yeah. So no blue tags from him, but all his tags are twist ties, which also the twist tie is the same, but his are always white or yellow. So
The other thing they're saying is basically to keep a note on how to remember this is alphabetical. B is the first letter Monday, and then G for Tuesday, R
No.
Thursday,
I
white.
would never.
no, I mean, yeah.
I
'Cause
mean,
I was
yeah,
like,
it sure makes sense.
I was like, who's
but I
going to
would
remember
never-
this shit other than the guy who delivers the bread and has to look at it every day and like, okay, Monday's bread's got to go. It's Thursday.
Right.
Or at least pull Monday's bread forward. So,
Oops, we baked too much.
that was great.
I like that. I like that section though, because like shit, that shit's cheap as fuck. Like hell yeah.
Yeah, but I
Especially,
mean,
especially like the little brownies and shit like that. Hell yeah, man.
well, I mean, I don't know about the brownies, but she came home with some bread.
Hey,
And it was
more on
like, she was like, they baked too much. Like, I got a good deal. And I was like, it's like, because it's older. And
Yeah.
they just put a new sticker on it. Or they put it on the oops, we baked too much shelf.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like, she was like, yeah, like, they baked it today. They just, some asshole's like, oh, let's make 500. Like,
Because we paid too much. It was on sale.
That's
I mean, it is a great marketing tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ploy,
for
if you
stupid
would.
people like me.
at least for me, that's a good perk to have. My sister brings home bread and cookies and all this other shit every fucking day. It's like
I think you need to chill on the cookies.
I don't have cookies every day, Jason.
But you don't bring us any cookies.
I know, right?
The object of the conversation was
Would
you,
you-
need to chill out on the cookies and bring them over.
How many would you like me to bring every week? You like 2 per person?
Okay. Fucking Randy said, snap into a Slim Jim. and
you like
bread.
chocolate chip?
And we also like bread, like sourdough, things like
I
that.
love sourdough. She could,
See?
yeah.
I don't know if they make sourdough. Really.
You don't.
Panera? They don't make sourdough?
So it doesn't surprise me.
That,
Well, I mean, I don't know that they don't
I
make it,
feel
but
like
I've
if
never
you were,
seen a
I feel like if
sandwich
you
on
were a
sourdough.
company
Hold on, I'll
revolving
find out.
around bread, you would have like a sourdough mother that is like fucking
Well,
200 years
they
old from the old
do.
world, and like
Yeah,
it's
they
somewhere
all
that
are-
someone is feeding every day
they
and
are-
sending it to the
They
stores.
are also hiring high schoolers.
Yeah, but the
What happened to the mother? Oh, that old thing? I threw it in the trash.
what? Throw your ass in the
You're
trash.
fired. I just threw it away. Well, I'm fired.
There you go.
All right. 11 common steak mistakes and how to fix them. All right, before we scroll, what do you think is a steak mistake that you can fix? You can't uncook. Like, you can't like, I wanted it medium.
Between over
Uh,
flipping.
I'm just gonna throw one out. I can almost guarantee you.
Steak mistakes.
Not
This
only
is gonna
the
be
temp-
one of those like don't flip it more than twice things.
Well, that
like
and
Well, it's
or
grill,
also-
turn, flip, right?
But then at the same time, it's also make sure you let your meat get to room temperature before you throw it on the grill. Take
Let
it
it-
from straight from the fridge, throw it on the grill. It's going to burn the outside and
Oh,
raw in the middle.
They
Let
do
it-
have sourdough.
let it rest
sorry.
for 5 minutes before you cut into it.
That's it. Well,
You know,
depending
like-
on how long you cooked it, yes.
Okay, but here's the
Yeah,
thing:
just
like,
that's it, yeah.
I get the steak mistakes, but what mistakes? Like if you cut into
I don't-
it,
I don't think
if you
this
cut
is a-
into it too early, there's no repairing. There's
I don't think this
put
is
it
an
back
actual-
together. Delay. We got to wait another 4 minutes. That shit obviously didn't rest. You
I
need
don't
the
think
meat
this is
glue.
an actual how to fix them. I think this is
Yeah, how to not do
how to
it.
prevent or how to do it again. Like this is what you should have done because you fucked up. I don't think it's you fucked up. Now you can fix it with meat glue. No, I don't. No, I don't think
I feel
that's
like it's
happening.
definitely like
Elmer's.
a at
Elmer's
home-
glue is non-toxic.
I feel like this is definitely
make
like an
meat-
at-home
well,
type
they
of
make
cooker or
meat
something
glue.
like that. So
They do make meat glue.
Yeah.
I feel. Like
I mean,
it's
I
gonna
know
be
it's a thing. I'm just saying that's not going to fix the problem.
I feel like it's gonna be like tenderize your steak. Do this. Oh, you didn't do this. So do this next time. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, look, number 1. You don't let your steak rest at room temperature before I've already got one before cooking it. Cold steak in hot pan equals a cold pan and no great crust. Number 2.
You don't pat your steak dry first.
Are these mistakes?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, it's also how to fix them, but I would assume don't pat your steak dry.
Well, no, you're saying
No,
you
you're
should.
supposed to.
The
That is
excess-
the mistake. The
Yeah.
mistake is don't dry off. Like, because, like, yes, if the outside of your steak is wet, as soon as it hits the pan, the first thing that happens is all the moisture evaporates, causing steam, and then that creates a layer that your meat is not on the pan.
Science, bitch.
I learned that from Alton Brown.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
Something happens to Alex.
Where that
God,
roll?
just
The
we need
roll.
a towel.
Yeah, no, we needed full on towel for this one. This is
I'll be right back.
it exploded.
Exploded.
It exploded. Number 3.
You skip on the seasoning.
Especially with steaks and potatoes.
I mean, salt and pepper. You don't
Salt.
have to go crazy, but
Salt,
salt and
pepper.
pepper. You
Salt,
know what I
pepper,
mean?
garlic,
Salt and
that's
pepper.
Don't skimp on the seasonings.
S&P's away from me.
Don't ruin my steak dinner, Gary.
All right, so use a non-stick. So they're saying don't use non-stick pans.
You should be using a stainless steel or a cast iron pan. I agree with the cast iron, yes. Problem is you're going to smoke your fucking house up, but, you know.
I mean, it depends on your seasoning. I mean,
I'll just get you. Okay, good.
You don't preheat the pan long enough.
Amen to that. How many? That's not even a steak thing. Can we just cover that? How many people heat their pan first? That is a pet peeve of mine.
well, okay, in restaurants, to be fair, most of the pans are preheated, like on top of the broiler or
Yeah.
like the salamander or something along that line.
Yeah.
So when you bring the pan down, it's already like halfway there.
You have to have the towel in your
Or-
hand to get it down.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
already hot.
Because let's be honest, most of the pans don't have like rubber handles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did at one point.
Well, not all of them. I mean, like you got to pay extra for that, and most owners are not going to pay extra for that.
Yeah.
Most of the pans that have like the rubber handle are the non-stick ones.
Yes.
And
But
then you have the morning cooks being like, "You did what with my what?"
yeah, right. I just cooked the steak on your non-stick pan with the rubber grippy.
You sure you want to die?
Like I mean, again, like going to the pan. Like morning cooks are very protective of the omelet
Egg pan.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
egg pan.
Egg
you don't
pan.
touch the fucking egg pan.
And if
Well,
you
there's-
ever
well, there's-
met Miss Tuffy,
Yeah, there's plural. Like you don't touch my four egg pans.
yeah,
Right.
I don't know. Like again, yeah, but bringing it up to heat. Like if you bring a pan up hot enough, like a non-stick pan,
You're still
shit won't stick.
It won't stick. Yeah.
If your food's sticking, your pan's not hot enough. All right.
Number 6.
You use olive oil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Make sure to use an oil
'cause
with
of
a
the
high
gra-
smoke point, such as canola, grapeseed, vegetable, or sunflower. Do not use olive oil, which has a low smoke point or temperature at which it starts to burn.
Lard.
Always better.
7.
There you go.
You keep moving the steak in the pan. Just don't move it. Once you put your steak in the pan, don't touch it. Otherwise, it won't caramelize, brown, and develop a nice crust.
Delicious.
Number 8. You don't baste your steak.
Okay.
Which I love the GIF they've got going on right now.
Kinda
That's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
This becomes expensive.
Yes,
Yes.
that's especially if you talk a brown butter.
Like, so we did it. Well, I was going to base some ribeyes. When was that? Like, well, that was a while ago.
Few weeks
few
ago.
weeks ago. And like, by the time like we've gone through a stick of butter for dinner, and it was time to baste the steaks.
Oh, you talked about that.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm financially invested already.
Yeah,
enough.
it's like I'm already like
I'm a stick of butter in,
I don't
not
need
a stick like a block. Let's go.
I don't need like another stick of butter in my dinner. Like,
Paul
You never
Abdeen.
know.
I mean, like,
Paul Abdeen
French
rushes
it
through
up,
the
man.
door. What
French
the
it
hell
up.
are you talking about? You don't need a steak
yeah,
butter.
but you can't eat like this every day. Like every dinner doesn't need 2 sticks of butter.
Again,
Have you
Paul
been to
Abdeen.
the South? I think we had that conversation.
Sure, that was in
earlier.
the beginning of the podcast. Like I just,
I want
You
you
can
to
scroll
say that.
down. Scroll down.
I want you to say that to the face of Paul Abdeen.
All right.
Paul-
Number 9 sounds
Paul
like
Abdeen.
overhandling. Number 9 sounds like overhandling to me.
Yeah.
You don't finish cooking your steak in the oven. Popping your steak in the oven after you've seared and basted it will ensure you get an even cook. Place your steak in an oven preheated at 450 and bake for 7 minutes for medium rare. That timing is for a sirloin cut, so make sure to adapt it depending on the thickness of your steak. I also like how they don't talk about how big your fucking steak
Okay.
is.
here we
And
go.
it
So
says that-
is this in sense?
Wait.
Like a
that,
reverse.
that doesn't make any sense at all to begin with. Like that timing is for a sirloin cut, so make sure to adapt it to depending on the thickness of your steak. There's like no offense, but all steaks would be cut the same size as a fucking sirloin.
That's what I mean. Again,
Like no, that and then at the same time that wouldn't be reverse sear because
No, yeah.
reverse
No,
sear is
that's done
you
in the oven
you
first,
start it in
right?
the oven
And then finish.
it in a
This is
cast iron
just a
skillet.
sear.
It's like
But
the-
they're
it's
not
like
asking
sous
you-
vide
Yeah, they're not asking
in-
you to cook it
in that-
completely on there. Like,
Yeah.
see, look, okay. So I worked in a steakhouse, and every steak was finished in the oven.
Yeah,
Like it was
Yeah,
it was
sear
put
first.
grill marks on it, put it in the oven on the sizzle platter, pull it out of the oven, put your compound butter, whatever, in for like a second just to get because
So
compound
melt.
butter's held cold,
Yeah.
so you can slice it, put it in there, pop it in there, pull it back out, put it on the plate. When the compound butter is like still kind of hard, like so it can slowly melt down. And when I say compound butter, I'm talking like a maitre d' butter, anything like that matter, like an herb butter, garlic butter, or whatever it is. Huh?
I was gonna say, if no one knew what compound butter was, they weren't
maitre
gonna
d'
know
butter's
the
not
name
going to
of it.
narrow it down.
Tell them what a compound butter
I was
is.
with her. I was waiting. You were getting there. You were getting there.
Yeah, so like an herb butter or like, like
Blue cheese butter.
the
Butter with shit in it. There
yeah,
you go.
I mean, like when I made the Bloody Mary butter, that was fucking awesome. Horseradish, fucking tomato, fucking like,
Number 10.
Why is it? It looks like a raisin.
That looks like a.
Dead avocado.
Well, that's a fillet.
Heart.
It
That's
does
a
look like
fillet.
avocado.
it's
You
a
don't.
cooked, it's a cooked tart.
You don't
fillet.
let your steak rest once it's cooked. I feel like we've covered most of these before we even got into the list.
Well, I mean, that's because we're professionals.
And then number 11, you don't slice your steak against the grain.
That is a one thing that people yeah.
There's, all right. This is like pre-slicing, right?
Well, this is after it's cooked.
Right. I mean, this is like pre-slicing, like you're gonna put it on a plate.
Plate, yeah.
Like plating sliced steak.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why a lot of places go this route.
Same money on steak knives.
Well, no, because like you slice it, someone's still gonna need a steak knife to cut it, but you started it for them again. Like, because I have been eating a steak. Like, if you just put a steak on the plate,
Yeah.
and with your sides and everything, you start working from the outside or whatever is conveniently
Yeah.
where you
It
can
dep-
cut.
yeah, corners seam
it
thing.
was settle for me to cut off a piece and
Yeah.
like, damn, that's chewy. And then like halfway through the steak, you're like, fuck, man, I'm cutting this shit the wrong way.
See, I'm a big
Like,
fan.
because this is what's convenient on the plate.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of bone-in steaks, so you kind of have
You-
to start opposite of the bone. Like, You could cut it off the bone,
Hold
but
my
let's face
beer.
it, I normally don't start there. Like,
I'm gonna cook the bone, bitch. It's cooked.
I take the bone home. My dog gets it. Anyway.
But yeah, I've definitely like realized halfway through my steak dinner that I was fucking it up myself.
Speaking of fucking it up, beer!
All right, what is it?
I
Weed.
don't want to tell you shit. Let's fuck it up.
It smells like an IPA. That's for
You
damn
just
sure.
like close the page.
No, it's just crushed.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
you want to smell that one? You don't even want to smell it. You're just like, that smells like cat piss.
That's
Tastes like cat piss, too.
That's such a man thing to do. Dude, smell that shit.
Is that Michelob? Nope.
That's why I didn't turn the fan on.
That's hot roast beef.
Oh, dude. He did that.
All right, so what are we thinking? I've got the answers. I will not be answering.
It's surprisingly clean. Like
Double
it doesn't.
Got the strong West Coast, but kind of finishes easy. Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying to
it's
say?
like
'Cause I'm with you on that.
it smells tough, but it is like
It's
very
got a hoppy
drinkable.
start,
It's very drinkable,
but it doesn't
Like,
finish with that bitterness that you would expect out of the hoppiness.
Double IPA. 8.3. 45.
Double,
I think you have
8.3,
two
45.
two.
Oh, 2.5, yeah.
2.5, all right.
I would give this a 4. It's surprisingly drinkable. I don't think it's. I'm gonna go I'm just gonna go IPA. New England, juicy, whatever you want to fucking call it. That one, American. I think the IBUs. See, it starts bitter, but it finishes so nice. I'm gonna say the IBUs are low, like 30, and then as far as alcohol content, 6.5. ABV for the professionals.
I'll probably just stick with IPA with Jason. I can't really taste anything too much out of the ordinary.
But it does have a little haze.
Or maybe that's just backwash.
Busch Gardens, Mardi Gras.
IBU, I'll put it at like 40. And ABV, say 7.5. Let's say I'll do 8%.
And you're going with a single IPA
Yeah, single.
at an 8. Just ask.
I've seen some other things that are weird like that.
All right, so before I reveal everything, I just want to say that this beer is called Kakua.
Did you go?
Yeah,
He
you
did,
went
yeah.
first.
Oh, okay.
This beer is called Kakua by the Garage Brewery, and the Kakua project is actually started. They are selling this beer to support the Maui family who have been affected by the fires and the devastation in the area. So just to throw that out there first. Now, the beer itself, Kakua by the Garage, is an IPA. Congratulations to all of you. Sorry, no double. However, I'm not going to give them credit either because it's a session IPA, which actually means it's low ABV, so everybody's over.
It's super drinkable.
It's 4.4 ABV. So definitely coming in. It does have that West Coast start. It's very hoppy on the start, very kind of easy on the finish.
Like you want to like not to take anything away from Garage, but like Big Wave from like it's
Kona.
Kona. It's like it's very.
It does
but,
say.
but I guess it's easier to drink than Kona, in my opinion. Kona Big Wave.
Expect to find a light body dominated by hoppiness with notes of Hawaiian punch, orange and grapefruit, and mango with a touch of dank resin that lingers on the palate. That is the description of this beer, by the way.
Time out.
You did get points.
Did they put Hawaiian?
I'm not going to
punch
give you
in
points
there?
if you interrupt me again.
Did they put Hawaiian punch in there for real?
No points for you. All right. You. By the way, you hit it 30 IBUs on the head.
So, but they really.
I don't
put
know
Hawaiian
if they put. I don't think they put. It does say with notes of Hawaiian punch. Maybe they did. I don't have that much of a description. It says with notes of Hawaiian punch.
Do you think it was the powder, or do you think it was?
It wasn't a drink.
Like
It wasn't out of the bottle. Or no.
the red fruity Hawaiian punch?
The good shit.
All right. So, next topic. I learned this trick from my mother and never stopped using it. People are sharing family cooking tricks the whole world should know about.
Okay. Does anyone have one before we scroll? Like, do you have anything that you learned from your mom?
I couldn't cook till I worked in a restaurant.
Okay. So neither could your mom?
No, she can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
she did great. I couldn't. So she didn't. I did not learn much as far as cooking.
I know where you're at.
It was traditional roles in my household. All right, like mom dealt with cooking, dad did not,
Yep, Mom
unless
drives the
it was
truck.
grill. Like if there's grilling going on, dad's got it. If
Right.
it's not, mom's got it.
Dad was overcooking the fuck out of them steaks too. Mom was pissed off every time, and she'd be like, "Don't overcook my steak." He's like, "I got this shit." Fuck.
If I'm being honest, I do think my mom likes her steak rarer than my dad, so that's probably true.
I mean, dude, we were kids. We were eating whatever the fuck was put in front of us. But Mom had a specific steak that was supposed to be cooked medium rare.
All right, well,
With,
keep on
with the
scrolling,
Maillard
Dooley.
reaction all the way around it.
Keep on scrolling.
I
Dooley.
want
Let's
it
see if we can get
crispy,
to number one.
but I want it rare.
Number one, if you want to give caramelized onions more depth and flavor, and also
Ooh,
caramelize them faster
okay.
in the process, add dry vermouth.
What about the
Anytime I
caramel?
want to get my onions nice and brown and achieve that amazing rich flavor, I add a splash of dry vermouth to the pan with some good butter. It's a game changer. You know, butter's probably the more important one there, but okay.
I don't know about the vermouth, but
Sounds sugary.
if you don't have Vidalia onions, and they ask for Vidalia onions in the recipe,
You better have fucking Vidalia.
no, dude, you take like a Spanish or a yellow onion and add sugar.
Yeah.
And you can
Okay,
I
sweet onions.
Yeah, so like I used to do this in restaurants all the time, and like one day the chef looked at me, he's like, "Well, why are you doing that?" I was like, "Because we don't have fucking Vidalia onions." And he looked at me, he's like, "It's kind of fucking genius."
See,
And it's just like a packet, like one, like a gram, whatever that packet is. Like you're not going, don't go. Jason said add sugar, and like
Here's 2
you're not
cups.
making sweet tea. You know?
Why didn't we bring
cups?
that up for Southern specialties earlier? Number 2. And I feel like I know this just from working in restaurants in particular, but when making mashed potatoes, heat the milk or cream so that it's slightly warm before adding, or you'll shock the mash, making it gummy. My mom taught me this old trick, and it works every time.
See,
Add-
I guess it really depends on how much
I would say
how
that
much mashed potato you're making.
Yeah.
in general, you want to add hot things to hot things.
Well, yeah, get your butter out of the fridge and get it. Like, okay,
Yeah.
like if you're in a restaurant or hotel catering,
I was just about to say, there's
pull
a
the
difference-
stuff out and put it on the counter. Let it get to like room temp. Like you know,
By the time you get started on the project, it'll be ready.
yeah, like,
There's a difference between, hey, I have 4 potatoes that I'm going to make mashed potatoes for me and my friend.
And
I
I,
just-
have
I just
40
like-
pounds.
Here are 7 hotel pans full of fucking mashed potatoes. How long has that half and half been out? 30 minutes. Put it the fuck in there. Let's go.
It's good. It's good. Let's go. Number 3. This may sound weird, but
Oh,
leftover
oh.
pizza tastes better if you run water over the slice and then bake it in the toaster oven. You can refresh a stale loaf of bread by doing the very same thing. I
Or-
applied the pizza
or just use
concept
your
of pizza.
fryer.
I never looked back. I will say, like, I don't know about running water. Like, this
maybe
just-
like take a squirt bottle and like
Yeah.
spritz it.
you, especially like in the microwave, you lose a lot of moisture.
Well,
so
okay,
if
so
you
like,
spritz
in that-
something,
they
if
say,
you
like-
do it in the microwave, you should put a cup of water in there with it.
so like again,
But I
doesn't
don't
You
reheat.
turn how to
remove-
turn your microwave into a combi oven.
I don't reheat.
Put a
pizza
cup
in
of
the
water,
microwave.
a glass, not a cup. Put a glass of water or a glass bowl of water next to your pizza.
You don't want
in
that
the
plastic
microwave.
cup? You might maybe styrofoam? You know, no. All right. Anyway,
I was thinking metal.
number 4. What's number 4? What you got? Since this piece
I'm
looks
still
sad.
fucking confused. I know we read
Yeah,
the. I know we
doesn't
watched
have
the science on it or
Just
read the
go
science
back
on
up.
it.
That is some sad looking pizza. Do we want to talk about how
Yeah.
sad that pizza
That
looks?
looks like some Pizza Hut. No,
No, Papa John's. Papa
Ooh,
John's all the
ooh,
way.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
it's got
I like
Yeah.
Papa John's. I'm sorry.
And it's
I'm
got
calling it
pineapple
out.
on it.
This is Papa John's.
And it's got pineapple.
I know I had pineapple pizza.
Does
yesterday.
it? I mean, it does look like it has pineapple.
Time out. Has anyone had a pineapple pizza with like actual like fresh pineapple?
Don't
'Cause
you
I
think
feel
that
like
the
it's always.
pineapple would?
I feel like it's always the canned shit. And
Don't
maybe
you-
that's why it's getting a bad rep.
Don't you think that
I
the
don't-
pineapple would provide the moisture and you wouldn't need to spray it with water?
Looking at that pizza, I'm going to say that pineapple does not have any moisture in it anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just letting y'all
It
know.
could be high fructose corn syrup.
I will let y'all know this is not Wawa's pizza because Wawa's pizza is made fresh.
Wawa has pizza.
I know Wawa has pizza.
This is supposed to be the next day, so you don't know that it's
Okay,
raw.
so real fast, I
We
know
tried
Dooley brought it
pineapple
up.
Pizza.
Dooley,
And
like
it's
with
not
fresh
that.
pineapple.
No.
Dooley brought it up about the microwave and putting metal in the microwave, and I know we've read. I need a refresher because the microwaves now have like metal racks in them.
Yeah.
Like, our
it's a specific type of non-conducive metal or something.
conductive. But yeah, dude, that's just fucking crazy.
That's what we need, more shelving in our microwaves.
Well, my microwave has a shelf.
I didn't know that.
It's just never in there because most of the things I put in there don't fit under the shelf.
Yeah.
That's pile of fucking spaghetti. All right. To make any frying pan non-stick, put a little Put a little oil in the pan and a layer of parchment paper. Then add the rest of the fat you're using. What the fuck?
I've seen people do that.
I've seen
Easy
people
clean up.
I've seen people attempt it on TikTok. I mean, just clean your damn pan, man. I mean, I get again, like, look, you know what? If you don't want your delicate fish to stick to the pan,
Spray pan.
turn your fucking pan up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, they were cooking delicate fish for years before they had non-stick
'Cause my thing
DuPont
is-
pans.
But how are you flipping that? Are you flipping that? Like, you're gonna if you're that inconsistent in the kitchen, you're gonna take your spatula and scrape.
Yeah,
the
you're gonna
parchment
go through
paper.
the parchment. You think?
Yeah, and then you know.
And parchment and wax paper are very different people.
Yes, they are.
One is silicone, one is wax. But I don't know. I don't know about this.
Maybe they're gonna put a fucking
Hold
cover.
on. Alex, what do you think about this one real fast? It's the parchment frying pan non-stick thing.
Not a fan.
Use parchment paper
Not a fan.
for your delicate fishies.
Again, I feel like if you're cooking at the right temperature, you shouldn't have. All right, there's some flaky fish you may have an issue with, but even if you're using a grill, I used to work at Macaroni Grill. We did halibut on the grill. That shit is flaky as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Let me tell you, I took a rag, seasoned it with oil, and wiped that grill down constantly. But I never had fish stick.
Did you use a rag or did you use like paper towel?
No rag.
You just had like a rag sitting
I
in oil?
literally had like a rag for oiling the grill.
Okay.
Like that was its job, that shift.
And we're gonna throw it away at the end, or into the
that's-
bin, and it's somebody else's problem.
Not my problem. Yeah, exactly. But no, I literally had the rag just to oil the grill. But again, if you're cooking at a high enough temperature and you have enough oil, nothing should really be sticking. Like,
It's odd that Macaroni Grill had halibut. It's not what I think of when I go to an Italian restaurant. Sorry, that was just weird.
Or a macaroni and bar grill.
Well, I mean, I guess it's macaroni grill, so yeah, there are grilled items.
Yeah.
Well, I would not expect. Oh hell.
Yeah, like,
Well,
it's not like you show up and like you're not getting pasta. No,
it was a really good dish, actually. It was like a basil pesto type, like pasta-ish dish.
Oh, so it came on pasta.
yeah. Like
Okay.
It was
okay.
nice. It was
okay.
nice. It was nice. I liked it.
So it's like, yeah, it's a fish.
And
pesto fish.
again, big fan of halibut. But again, we didn't. It's not like I had halibut sticking to my grill
Yeah.
all the fucking time. Anyway, number 5.
I've done this.
Put in a slice of bread into a plastic container of cookies to keep them soft and chewy. You can also add a slice of bread to a container of brown sugar to keep it from
Or
clumping.
just put in the
I've
fridge.
seen
Oh, look,
that.
moisture problems.
I've done both of these and they both work.
Did you ever try rice?
Well, real fast. Since you brought it up.
This sounded like
So-
welcome to 97.8 The Jazz.
So we decided like yesterday, like we were doing stuff around the house. And we're like, all right, we're like, just rip the sheets off the bed, throw them in the wash. So did our Verizon remote. So the remote was in the bed.
What does this have to do with cookies?
Oh, because you said
Rice.
rice. I'm
Oh,
getting
okay,
it.
all right.
So I take everything out of the wash, and there's my Verizon remote in the wash. So I take it out, and I was like, what are the odds of this bad boy still working? Like, and I walked into the room, and I hit the button, and the remote lit up. And I was like, all right. Well, I hit.
all right.
Well, I was walking from the garage where my washer and dryer.
I think we
is
just need to take it apart.
Probably take the batteries out and give it a day.
Well,
You'd
the
be
batteries
all
are
right.
out, and I remember I have my bag of electronic rice. So I pulled my
Which again, designated bag.
So I
Designated.
went into the garage and got my designated bag of rice for
Which
electronics.
also makes me wonder how often you fuck up electronics. Do you have a designated bag of rice?
Oh, this
I
is-
like your face on that. You just immediately went back like, I have some comments.
I mean, it's me.
I'm the problem. It's me. Like so. Anyway, the only reason why I have this electronic bag of rice is because the person. I call myself the person who jumped in the pool with the
Yeah, okay.
the,
Yeah.
the puck from the truck.
Yep. The
So-
puck from the truck. Fuck.
Which I threw that in a bag of rice and it worked fine.
I think the remote's going to be fine.
Is it still in the bag of rice? Because when I
No,
took
you took it out.
well, why didn't you put it back? Like, I don't think it's going to be fine.
Has anyone
Did
tested
you
it?
Because
order
I
it?
don't
It's obviously
think
out
I
of
tried
that.
this morning. It did not work.
It's not. I don't think it's the
Did
battery.
you try new batteries? Yeah, that's. Did you try new batteries? Because I feel
we
like
just
that's.
need to take it apart and let the whole thing dry. Like, and then put the little keypad back in.
Oh, I did take the little thing apart. You're right.
And
Number
then
6.
I think it's gonna work because it already today this morning I put the batteries back in it and it did turn on the
It
box.
tried.
Yeah, like it turned on the box. It's just the channel wouldn't turn. So it's
This
getting
riveting
there.
story will continue
Yeah,
next
if
week.
anybody wants an update, we're gonna continue to try and make this remote work.
It's the only comment I'm trying to get.
No,
but
dude.
now-
It's like, and this week the
But-
Horizon remote is being played by.
But it is going to cause an issue because there is now rice stuck in the remote control.
No, it's just
So-
it's a rattle.
Yeah, so
So now it might get
we'll
stuck.
be
Might
in the
get
middle
stuck
of the
behind a
night
key.
trying to change a channel, waking them. Why
Might get stuck behind a
Sound
key,
like-
and you're just like doing this. You're like,
Maracas.
do you have a fucking rattle?
Like, what channel are you on? I don't know.
Tune in now for next Netflix's WVR.
this is-
Washed Verizon remote. Still better than Pacific Rim.
It could be.
That's the title. That's the title right there.
WVR. Still better than Pacific Rim. Number 6. Microwaving a lemon for a minute before squeezing it. The juice basically falls right out.
I mean, I wouldn't go there. But
It
yes.
works
I don't know about a
better.
full minute, but
But I mean, okay, you
yes.
got to roll it on the counter
Yep.
first. Like throw an elbow on it, like
Yeah.
Randy Savage. Put it in the microwave
Again,
for like
the
10
juice
seconds.
is
Pull it
not
out.
just falling
Dennis,
out.
next one's for you.
Slim Jim.
Number 7. You can prepare caramelized onions and sauteed mushrooms in advance. Freeze them and grab a little bit when you want to add them to recipes. These 2 ingredients can make a huge difference in terms of taste, and it's okay. It's so easy when you already have them lying around. Get those mushrooms, Dennis.
Dennis.
I mean, how-
Dennis.
Don't know about the. You got to saute your mushrooms. Yeah, you got to get the moisture.
I'll be honest,
completely
the
out.
mushrooms worry me way less than the onions.
Dennis.
The onions, I think, will
Because
How
mushrooms are like that. It's just one of those like you can cook the shit out of them. They never lose moisture.
Ooh, you know what?
many- onions or
Apparently-
mushrooms.
Mushrooms,
Oh, you obviously have never left them on the pan and forgot about.
like it takes
Yes, I
fucking
have.
forever though. Like
I've seen them catch fire.
they don't, they don't crisp though. They just burn.
Nah, I mean, have you ever seen like dried mushrooms?
See,
I
but now
have
you're
made
not
them by
talking about
accident.
cooking. You're not talking about cooking them now. You're talking about
Yeah, you
like
put them in the saute pan and like walk away. Like I got a minute, and your minute turned into like a 30-minute prep job, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is that?
again though. So all right, I still feel like mushrooms would hold up way better than onions.
I think the
my
onions.
only-
I'm on the opposite side. I think the
Opposite
onions
side?
hold up better.
See, I
Dennis,
think
what's your
also,
take?
how long do you need to keep it for? Like, because the onions
Sauteed
aren't gonna go
onions-
bad in your fridge. Like, you just put them in
Yeah,
the fridge.
like a pan of sauteed
Pull some
onions in
out.
there. Like that's like a week.
Yeah,
like,
pull some out when you need it.
Long, like what? I mean, in a restaurant, you just cook them to order. I don't fucking know. I don't know your life.
Apparently,
This
if-
is not my way to go.
my whole thing is if you spent the time to make the burger, you probably have time to make the onions and the
Right?
mushrooms. Like, guys,
Man,
whatever.
You put onions in a crock pot.
But you fucking went with the McCain's fucking onion rings. I mean, that's a frozen onion ring,
Looks like a
Yeah.
brioche bun.
bitches.
Number 8.
And you're worried about mushrooms and onions?
Most people use red dry wine and bolognese sauce, but you can take it a step further by adding a dash of balsamic vinegar. Then let it simmer for at least 5 hours.
We learned something yesterday
well,
about
Sunday
this.
sauce is
About
gonna
this. Oh no, not this dish. Sorry.
I say summer sauce. Sunday sauce has got to fucking simmer for fucking like hours anyway. So you know.
So,
shit.
me and the producer's uncle have decided that he has a cookbook, and we're going to tackle this recipe. And he's like, I've only done it once, and it took me 6 hours. And I was like,
What?
to make gravy, red sauce. And I was like, I mean, I'm fucking down, dude. Like, I don't know what our condition and state of mind are going to be at the end of the 6 hours of constant stirring.
We can still make a video.
It's 6 hours of like,
Guys.
you wanna-
We made it!
We already got a video. What are you talking about?
Now it's gonna go. Oh shit!
Let's
we
be
didn't
honest.
cook the pasta.
Let's be honest. You don't even have to talk at that point. The drunk voiceover comes late.
Just
Hey.
voicing over Jason. Just
Scroll down. What you got? Because this next one intrigued me. Because I will argue the fuck out of this. Always use salted butter when baking. Yes, even when the recipe calls for unsalted. It adds greater depth to the recipe and helps to balance out all the sweet ingredients. I learned this trick from my mother and never stopped using it. I have an idea. Use salt.
Right?
Don't use salted butter. Use salt.
I'm on the fence here.
What?
I'm
the fuck is the
gonna
difference?
tell you why. What's the difference? There's salt and butter, and then
And
there's
Yeah, I'm
not
saying, like-
salt and butter.
Yeah, you unsalted butter and then you throw salt in there, but then you
okay. So
use salt and
recipes,
If you're
baking.
salt, and you can control
So-
how much salt's in it.
Yeah, but for baking,
butter. Oh, I get that part.
like the whole meameasurement science of baking.
Are you going to
like-
go with like the chemistry? It's already mixed into the butter, so it doesn't affect the rest
Well,
of the
I mean,
ingredients.
But yeah, you would have to-
whoever wrote the
you would have to
recipe.
make your salt.
So you would have to know how much salt was in there, like
add-
what's the sodium content of butter, if it's calling for salted butter. Like I want to say like chocolate chip cookies. I want to say call for salted butter because I remember going to the store when I made that fucking batch and I was like, why do I have so many fucking cookies? Because like whatever batch I picked up online was like, use like 2.5 sticks of butter. Salted, and so I had to go to the store, and it's like I normally don't buy salted butter, so when I reached in, I knew I had to grab the salted one. But again, I don't understand because I think I might prefer salted butter on toast,
I'm starting to
not to
think
cook with, like
that we should
not to cook with like on like your mashed potatoes and things like that in like our southern style cooking.
Yeah.
But like if you're using butter as butter like on toast, because we made some bread yesterday. And which, by the way, I'll come back to that real fast.
I think though that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
When I put the butter on it, I was like, "Damn, this could use some salt." And I feel like if it was salted butter, like as a table butter,
Yeah,
you know,
table
like,
butter, yeah.
like a table butter.
Or I
Pass,
think
pass that around real quick. I'm
I
going to bring this up
think
as
we
number
should
next,
start
whatever.
using. We should buy salted butter
What?
for
Scroll
our
over, scroll
bread.
down. Just the beginning is all I want to focus on for this little segment. Because I
Like-
feel like that is a good, useful trick.
Okay, yeah.
We'll get to that in a second.
Should
Yeah.
start using salted butter when we make bread.
But like as the ingredient. See, I don't know
Instead
because
of using our
well,
unsalted
well,
butter.
like as the recipe that I'm using to make bread, it doesn't say whether or not the butter is salted or not. Like it's just softened butter. Make sure the butter's soft
Right.
But
before you put it in,
yet-
so your paddle doesn't beat the shit out of it.
But like I said yesterday, I think every time we make bread, I always feel like it needs more salt.
So what you're saying is you should put heavy cream in, and by the time the paddle's done, it'll be ready with butter.
Men, yes, but it also requires salt.
Dump the whey fats out. So
No, I don't know. Like I'm on the fence about this salted butter thing. Like obviously I'm not going to use it in like cooking.
Dooley, you don't have to watch the whole video. It's
I
like
know,
the
I just
6
got
seconds at the
mesmerized by
beginning.
that.
But then the baking side again, like as far as recipe goes, and who wrote the recipe, they wrote it with salted butter. I mean,
You
you
have
could
to know
try.
how
You
much
could,
salt
yeah,
is
you
in
could
the
try it
butter,
without.
right.
But I mean, is it going to be as good? I don't know. Or up your salt, like when you're baking. I don't know. I'm not a baker. But if you use chicken bouillon,
Well, I'm gonna jump into 9.2 real quick because it has nothing to do with number 9. But since
Okay.
I just saw that video, like, yeah, let's talk about that. That seemed like a useful hack, right?
okay. So knife hands.
When peeling fish, if you have whole fish and it's still skin on, it looks like if you dip the end of the fish, the tail end of the fish, into
In-
some boiling water, you
It'll
can then
separate the
peel the skin
flesh.
and do the
flesh-
knife hands.
Yeah,
You
skin
can
from flesh.
Pour boiling water over the whole skin.
I've seen that one too, where the skin just pulls away. But I think that's also going to poach a little.
I don't see
Right.
how it wouldn't.
Yeah, so I think like
He just
dipping,
dipped the end in,
dipping
and
the
then
tail
literally-
in so you could peel it off. Like it's a good hack. I mean, Dooley knife hands, like
You still got to start it though. This way, it's
yeah, I mean,
basically almost started. You just pull
well,
the
it
tail
takes-
up and
it
then
takes
dually
like
knife
fucking
it.
2
Yeah.
seconds. Like it took you longer to boil the water, and
Probably,
Dooley
yeah.
would have had 4 fish peeled by then. Like,
All right, number 10. I use Nor chicken bouillon.
Mistake.
As a seasoning for pretty much anything. If I'm grilling chicken, I season with all the good stuff plus chicken bouillon powder. The same goes for pork chops, roast, and beef tips. I swear it just makes everything taste so much more delicious. My holy grail of dry rubs is a blend of kosher salt, pepper, paprika, garlic, and onion powder, and chicken bouillon.
Okay, I changed my mind.
I think, and nothing. I'm going to sound a little racist, but I think this person might be Mexican because I feel like that is like a go-to in Mexican recipes,
What,
and I
like
see it all
adobo?
the time.
Like adobo?
I don't know.
Just
if
like
that's-
chicken bouillon, I feel like they use that shit like fucking everywhere.
I don't know about Mexican recipes in particular, but if I'm being honest, that sounds excellent.
Well, I mean, we put
Like, that sounds
we use
delicious.
chicken
Like,
bouillon for a
Well, we use
lot.
better than bouillon.
Yes,
we are
but
better than
see,
that.
and that's what I
Nor
was saying. Like, big mistake using Nor because it's not as good. But the way they're using it
as a seasoning,
Yes.
as opposed to
We
like
couldn't do
making
that with our paste.
like because you would take the paste and like
I'll
and,
add it to whatever.
like when I would make. I worked in another restaurant. Surprise! Got another
What? You work
story.
in restaurants?
So like we would make every Alfredo was made a minute, which means to order, right? And so, but there was like we just had this pan of chicken paste, like chicken bouillon. Better than bouillon is like what you would, I guess, you get it in the store, like
Yeah, but you probably had
to
more.
the uneducated folk.
The
And like,
layman.
yeah, and like people, like you would write the recipe, or I would explain the recipe, and I was like, you just take like a finger roll of chicken of the chicken bouillon, better than bouillon, whatever it's called. It's not bouillon. What is it? Like paste,
Yeah, whatever.
base,
I don't
chicken
know.
base. That's
Chicken
what it is. Base.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
there
like-
you go. We've all been in restaurants for
Yeah,
years.
I
But
could-
what are
I'm
we
just-
talking about? I don't know.
Because it was Miner's chicken base. Like I just couldn't. I was picturing the label. I just couldn't read it. Like so. Like basically, yeah. You take your finger from one end to the other side, and whatever you got on there, you just flick that into the. I mean, with glove, flick that into like your Alfredo, and it elevates. It takes it to another level. And I was like, but that was the measurement. Like, what's it called? A finger roll. And then like once someone saw you do it, and they're like, oh, that makes total sense.
Your finger.
It's a finger roll of, I don't know. It's like you peel it off and put it in there like you're flinging a booger. I don't know.
Number 11. Speaking of sauces, we put a little fish sauce into any stew or sauce that needs an umami kick. It's basically anchovies in liquid form.
I am. Where are you at on this fish sauce?
I feel that greatly depends on the dish. I get where they're coming from with like you want the umami flavor, but to be honest with you, like it's not like I'm gonna go throw in fish sauce in chicken pot pie.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like the mix that they have going on right now could be for anything. This is like
This
celery,
is like a stock.
carrots.
Like they're making
yeah.
a stock. A
So
stew.
I mean, it could be anything. It's probably again, it does say into any stew or sauce. It's the or sauce that bothers me. Like I get, you could probably put fish stock or fish sauce into any stew and give it a little bit of a kick. you
let's
know,
analyze for one moment. Are you putting fish sauce in your marinara?
No.
Your Alfredo?
No.
You know, like Italian. They say any.
Anything
Yeah,
that,
I mean-
not any sauce ever. It just says anything that needs an umami kick. So yeah,
that
like,
does lean Asian just on the umami
Everything.
forte.
Everything needs umami.
Okay, but like
That's
that's
a way for
their
me to get
trick
it without
that
having the
works
mushrooms.
for them. Like think about most people don't use filet in common dishes. Like apparently the way I use it is weird.
I don't think it's weird. I mean,
You
like
can feel
most people, like that would people would consider sassafras like a
Soy
old
sauce.
People
What?
probably don't know what the
Soy
fuck
sauce
sassafras is.
Delicious.
fillet, like gumbo fillet. Like I mean, it's an obscure. It's like marjoram. It's like they call it like old man spices.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit that like people were using. Like old chefs, like old heads, like back in the day, like and people have moved on from them, and they don't use them as much anymore. You just found it, and you like it, and it's also doubles as a thickening agent, so it's a double, like double whammy. It'll also thicken your shit. So like, and it adds flavor. It's not just like cornstarch and water. Like good old slurries.
At the same time, I can see it though, because like if I want to, like, I can't put the mushrooms in it. So hey, you know.
I mean, well, they have like,
Well, like-
I mean,
You
that's
can.
a great point right there. Like, if you're allergic to mushrooms, you can use fish sauce to get the umami,
Yeah,
or you could also just use MSG.
that too.
Yeah.
Or soy
But that's
sauce.
like yeah, soy sauce is really good. People don't think to use it in a lot of ingredients other than Asian food, but it's really like
You know what?
fucking steak marinated in soy sauce is
Let's-
amazing.
Worcestershire,
Wash sister?
white people soy sauce.
It was
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
Shires.
pretty much.
We're gonna.
It was the worst of Shires. You know.
Nice.
It was the best of shires.
It was the worst of Shires.
So we're just gonna start just calling it like no one can pronounce it, so we just call it white people soy sauce. Boom, problem
And
solved.
then if you go down to the south, it's Worcestershire.
Wash your sister. What?
Worcestershire. Hey, you got that Worcestershire?
All right. My grandmother would save butter wrappers in the fridge and use his leftover, and use the leftover butter on them for Greasing dead. Okay, I mean,
Okay,
It's a cute thought. And it's a nice.
Who has
trick,
leftover
but
butter?
Yeah, and also, who has that much space in their fridge
who has
that they could designate to
Right here?
fucking wrappers?
just,
right here?
yeah, that piece.
This
The little
little-
arrow pointed at that little.
this little millimeter Peter of a
Real
thing
fast.
of butter.
Real fast. Is this a stick of butter or is this like a stick and a half of butter?
This looks like cream cheese. That's not bullshit.
I mean,
This looks like cream cheese.
No, that's about. Like,
oh, maybe it's like the fancy butter.
yeah, like
It's like Kerrygold.
Yeah, Kerrygold. Yeah.
I'm just saying, does this not look like cream cheese packet? Like,
No, because they open up at the top.
Yeah, it definitely does.
that's only Philadelphia. That's only the Philadelphia,
even,
right?
Even the generic brands still do the same thing. They open up at the top. Yeah.
Either way, I mean, I use butter to grease a pan, fine, but like, I don't know if I would stockpile the wrappers. Like, again,
No.
how much butter do you have left in your wrapper? Like, you're fucking up.
Right.
But we're all gonna love the next one.
Throw it in the microwave; it'll be fine. 13. Almost every batter my grandmother ever made contained a special ingredient: beer. You don't need anything fancy, just a can of Coors or the like. Whether she was making batter for tempura, pancakes, or even cakes, she'd add beer. The beer cooks off, so you never taste it, but it yields the lightest, fluffiest pancakes and the crunchiest tempura. I will put a small dash of beer into my homemade batter whenever I want to impress people with my cooking. It's a secret weapon.
Pancakes.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I honestly feel like you could just put soda water in your pancakes and be fine. Like, are you just going for the carbonation in your description here?
I mean, couldn't you just like, if you want to be fancy, you can throw some Coca-Cola in there or something?
Ooh. Number 14. I keep a food-safe plastic spray bottle of filtered water in my kitchen and use it for so many things. I use it to add moisture to leftovers I'm heating up in the microwave, for melting cheese on burgers, or for cooking my sunny-side-up eggs. It's also handy. What about pizza? Yeah. It's also handy for spraying people who try to pick at my food before it's ready. I like the last
You
one
don't have
best.
sour cream.
Stay away from my food, cat! Number 15. Keep some Velveeta slices in your fridge. Whenever you have a recipe that needs a little extra depth, throw in a slice. It gives a good texture and that little bit of umami. I don't think Velveeta gives umami.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of American cheese, but not in this.
Maybe it's an American.
Like, are you throwing this in your? Are you throwing
yeah,
this in your
scroll up.
personal ramen?
Scroll up, because like let's keep some Velveeta slices. Whenever you need, just right here. Whenever you need a recipe that requires a little extra depth. So anytime you need some extra depth, throw in a slice of cheese. That's not good advice to me.
No, I mean, and you're calling it Velveeta, but let's be perfectly clear. It is American cheese, and like I think Velveeta tries to dodge that nomenclature by calling them that we're not American cheese, we're Velveeta.
Hey, you're making homemade spaghetti?
Yeah. You know what it needs? This
Velveeta.
needs some texture. Throw a couple slices of Velveeta in there, man.
No
Like,
one thinks Velveeta is fancier than American cheese.
that's exactly how they portray
Yeah.
themselves.
Excuse me.
It's
It's
Velveeta
down here,
Rotel.
processed
Down
cheese
here in my
foods.
Not
They
American
know
cheese
what
or the-
they are.
If
Well,
you're going to come over my double wide on Thanksgiving,
Well,
you best
it's-
bet I got
This is
some
their attempt
Velveeta.
at
the
making
only problem-
American slices of cheese.
The difference, and you can thank me later, Kraft, is Kraft doesn't sell you the block.
Yeah.
If Kraft sold you the block, it would take away from Velveeta's fucking sales.
Whoa, I have a question. These are both the same packet, right?
What? These side by side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is one of them 35 calories per slice and one of them is 40?
That is a great question because one's probably thick cut.
One's probably
You think like
made,
one's 20 slices and one's 24?
One
mean,
is probably
that's 24
made
right there.
with like less percent
12
milk.
ounces.
It's probably
Just
made
saying.
with
This
2%
picture
Got
was
my
this picture was
questions.
probably taken
We don't know that
from
they're supposed to
somebody
be the same
else's
size.
page, and they were like bitching about like how is 135 and 140.
But the 40 looks smaller, doesn't it?
But what I'm gonna say is like the 35 is probably shrinkflation.
What the
Yeah,
calories
it's
shrunk?
funny.
We
Yeah.
shrunk the calories, guys.
Because the size of the slice shrunk.
But the slice is bigger on the 35 than the 40.
We don't know that. We
Well,
can't see
one's
the other
12
side of
ounces,
the
one's
package.
1
I'm
pound.
going by weight. 12
12.
ounces, 16 ounces.
Yeah.
So it's got to be bigger slices. It has to be. Otherwise, there's no.
Maybe yeah.
Anyway, scroll down. What's next?
We can look on Velveeta.
16. I parboil thick pork chops. Parboil? Are we? Oh, God. I use enough water to cover half the thickness of the pork chops. Bring the water to a boil. Put the chop in. Simmer for 12 minutes. Then put it in the frying pan and cook over medium-high heat for 3 minutes per side. This method gives you a crusty exterior with a moist inside. To raise the game, make them with dirty water. Chops. Season the water with garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, salt, MSG. Oh, well, I'll give them credit on that. And a good splash of balsamic vinegar. I don't know if I'm against this or not, to be honest. I do think that
12 minutes in a simmer on a pork chop.
I'm more impressed with it. At least they did,
how thick
cook
is
over
this
medium
fucking
high
pork
heat
chop?
for 3 minutes per side.
Hold on a
Like,
little bit.
How thick is this pork chop?
Not
That's an inch.
yeah, I'd say about an inch.
Okay.
12 minutes seems excessive.
Yeah.
I think it could work.
Yeah, I'm not against the method. I do think that the time is a little over.
3 minutes aside.
Well, 12 minutes boiling, then 3 minutes aside. You're at 21 minutes on cooking a pork chop, and I feel like you
a
could have
thick-
just done it in the pan.
Thick cut
Well,
pork chop.
the 12 minutes were at a simmer. I don't know. I
It's
mean, I'd
liquid,
give it
but
a shot.
I wouldn't put water.
We got-
in the
well,
I don't
pan.
think. Again, the method. I think I would give a shot. I think I would change the times. I don't think I would simmer. I also don't believe in well done pork anymore. I'm fine with
At
medium
the same
well.
time, them veggies.
Well,
you don't have
and
any
I
seasoning
would
on
also
them.
use stock instead of water.
Okay, fair point.
Ooh,
Get that
game
chicken.
changer.
Get that chicken
That's right.
bouillon.
Right?
Where your
I was
chicken
gonna say,
base
like-
comes in.
Stock over just I throw in the water.
You guys gonna put some fish sauce in this?
Maybe
Ooh,
some
bring up
soy.
the umami.
Hey, you want to throw a
Soy
piece
sauce.
of Velveeta in there?
Maybe some,
Get some of that dip.
some of that texture.
Get some of that texture. And
All right,
dip.
what's next? 14? We on 14? So 17. I'm off. That's fine. When my wife makes beef stew, she browns the meat first and then deglazes the pan with a few ounces of Guinness Stout before cooking the veggies in the same pan. The Guinness adds a wonderful, rich flavor, and I get to finish off the remainder of the bottle. That sounds like the high point of this
Shit, that's
fucking story.
That's a win-win. What are you talking
Yeah, I
about?
mean,
right there?
this. I mean, any beer, but
Deglazing with Guinness, heard.
Beers.
I mean, no problem.
Why
That
don't you
sounds
cut
good.
the potatoes?
I was gonna say that doesn't look like beef stew to me. Like those potatoes are whole ass. That's a roast you cut up.
I see. I'm with you guys because in stew, I feel like there needs to be way more liquid.
And vegetables.
I mean, there definitely was more liquid. You could see.
Like,
do
so
you-
this is a late,
do you
this
think
is a
that
late
they-
photo, like, because that
Yeah,
line,
like, do you think that they ate it, or do you think that they just cooked it down so much? I don't think they cooked it down so much, or the line would be lower. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
I feel like
the
I feel like they
the
started
line is
eating
where they
it.
stopped and then they started eating. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we should take a picture of this
Exactly.
raw ass potato dish. I don't know. Like, I'm assuming those are raw.
Number
Ooh,
18.
This looks actually really.
This
fucking
does
good.
this does sound good. Add a block of Borzen, which is mixed
Expensive.
cheese,
Expensive as
to
fuck.
any cream cheese based pasta sauces
It's
like
a
Alfredo
compound cheese.
or your mashed potatoes.
Compound
okay,
cheese. Well played. the maitre d' cheese,
We just
known
went-
as Borzen.
We just went from why the fuck didn't you cover your potatoes? They probably live in a trailer. To you're throwing a whole block of Borson in your shit.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
could still be a
Borzen's like
trailer
$5.
hack. That just seems like a Friday
it's
night
more than
trailer
that.
hack, you know?
Borzen's like $8.99.
Yeah, like
Just a
half
whole
a
thing of
pound.
Borson. Just a
How
whole
big is that?
thing.
Is it like 6 ounces?
It's
What is-
like
It
that
might be
big.
4.
Yeah,
No,
I was
it's
gonna
probably
say
6.
Might be 4.
It might be 4, but it's probably
I mean,
six.
It's only 4 because of the
Shrinkflation.
compound.
Shrinkflation.
the shit they put in it.
When Jason, you told me during that fucking hotel conference, whatever the fuck it was, oh, they want Borson fucking chicken? We're gonna make Borson. How about that?
I mean, it's,
Yeah, that
if you're
one-
do it in bulk,
For
it's well worth it.
$12.99 a person?
Yeah.
No, you don't get Borzen. You get cream cheese with fucking herbs in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Dooley, find all the herbs that you might think you would find in this garlic and herb thing.
Throw some garlic in it. It's
find the
fun.
marjoram.
Right?
19. Lots of people use almond extract to bake, but try adding rose water and vanilla to your angel food cake. It will taste like clouds. I do
How
feel
the
like there
fuck
should be
do you
some
know-
caveats in this.
I want to know who's tasted clouds.
I want to know, like,
They had that new flavor from
The
Coke.
fuck does cloud taste like?
I watch a lot of
Come
baking
in-
shows. and
Coming this summer from Little Debbie, clouds.
Cloud.
I watch a lot of baking
cloud pie.
shows, and rose water's definitely something that you see a lot, but people tend to fuck up a lot.
Well, because it's strong.
Yes.
But so is
So is
almonds.
vanilla. So is vanilla. In like any extract. But real fast, like going to the almond real quick, the almond extract, your aunt confused. What was it supposed to be?
Vanilla.
Vanilla extract, and she used almond extract, and sweet potato casserole.
I could see that being good.
Yeah,
Fucking
so,
delicious.
so like now,
Fuck
there's
vanilla,
So now
heard.
there's almond extract happening in a lot of shit. Because
Wait, no, I'm 100% against this. 100%. Almonds and fucking nuts are already trying to take over fucking milk. They cannot have, all right, the extract
Vanilla.
game.
They cannot
as
have
well.
vanilla. You cannot substitute for vanilla. But
I refuse.
I'm only assuming that this almond extract is venturing into other dishes just because she has it and has to do something with it.
Do you think it was a mistake or was it like a?
No, so
it's
then-
100% a mistake.
The sweet
It was
potatoes,
clearly
they were
it was
delicious.
so.
But now that it's been a mistake, it's
Now
like
that it was
almond
it was
extract
a
So now-
going
now-
in the marinara.
Well, no. So
No.
now the
She makes dessert.
every season that the sweet potato casserole comes around, it does have the almond extract in
It was
it.
delicious.
The flip side of this coin is we went to a cousin's house and walnuts were the thing, and I don't know why, but there was like walnuts in fucking everything. There was walnuts in the salad, like,
Oh, the Waldorf.
but they were like not. It's like it's not distinctive enough. Like it's not distinctive isn't the right word. Like hidden, like incognito,
You mean
like
in the elote salad?
yeah,
Okay.
like why are there walnuts in the elote salad?
I feel like though there's a
I
difference.
just thought it needed some crunch. Well, no,
You're
it
talking
didn't.
about actual walnuts versus an extract.
Yes. So
Big
like,
difference.
like walnut, like what is that? And then like well the almond extract is what is that? And then
The walnuts
fucking
is
walnuts is like why is this in the elotes? Like it's like
Number 20. I always keep a bunch of small containers in the freezer with ingredients like diced bell peppers, diced onions, and diced ham. They are great for making quick omelet on a weekend morning, adding to pizza, or cooking anything that calls for one small onion diced. Or you could just dice the onion.
yeah. And I know you don't have like what kind of freezer space you got.
I'm really interested in the fact that they said I like to keep a container, and it's just like I got a bag.
Well, the freezer,
I mean,
yeah, it's
I
not even a
was
freezer
on-
bag.
At least
I was on board at first when I thought they were making like meal prep. Like
yeah,
I
doing meal
keep
prep
the
for
bags of onion, pepper, and ham so I can grab it and put
My-
it on an omelet.
yeah.
My
This
mom-
is literally just a bag of onions.
you. At least they're actually making it because you know you can go
You
to
can just
Food
buy
Line.
it. You just buy the bag.
Hey, you got diced
can buy a
thing,
Mirepoix,
onions,
You
peppers.
can literally
Scroll.
buy a frozen Mirepoix. But my mom used to like keep big ass. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for her, but during like a Super Bowl, she just pulled out like a holy trinity in like big ass bags because she was making like gumbo, jambalaya. Like she was going the gambit, like an etouffee. Like she was doing everything.
Yeah.
And she just had bags of pre-chopped.
Frozen though, like she did it, or
I am
like, she bought it at the store?
unclear if she just bought it that way, paid someone to do it,
'Cause
or if she
sometimes
did it
I
herself.
will
Because
do
it was
it.
like it was like in bags,
Well, when
like
we
clear,
had
like
money,
not labeled,
I don't
not
do that
labeled
anymore.
bags, like clear bags of like.
I'm split on number 21 here. My mother-in-law adds a few tablespoons of instant vanilla pudding powder to the heavy cream for whipped cream. It helps the whipped cream keep its shape when you put leftovers in the fridge.
I think this is probably genius.
It's probably genius, but I'm also curious, like, does it, like, fresh made whipped cream is phenomenal.
Yes.
Like, you can't really beat fresh made whipped cream. Does this still hold up to
Well,
the
you could make
But
it.
it-
fresh made whipped cream
You
feeling?
could
Yeah,
beat
but
it by
they're
making
talking
it
about
butter.
leftovers. They're talking about how it
Holds, yeah.
afterwards. Like, yeah, nothing that's gonna compare to
Fresh, but I mean, again, that might be worthwhile.
I mean,
Like,
I don't
and
even
also it
hold.
would add an amazing
a different flavor.
like a
yeah.
texture.
I am gonna try it.
When making a package of quick ramen
wait, that
noodles,
was a
add
lie.
a squeeze of garlic paste and a ginger paste. That stuff comes in a tube to the water before adding the noodles. It melts away, but adds a great taste of noodles once in a while.
I can attest.
I like
to
how they put an egg in this and
See-
didn't mention that. But you
Well,
know,
okay,
ramen.
so I normally do this like
I season
toward
the fuck out of my ramen.
toward the
gonna have ramen
end.
tonight.
Toward the end, like I like do like the squeeze of the garlic paste, the ginger paste, and like if I'm cooking a raw egg, like you pop it in like in the last minute and let it like steep in there, or like if you have like this is like a soft boiled egg, like which we have those too. Yeah, we're
Does it, look like
ramen.
does it look like they cut that with a fork?
It looks
Yeah,
like they,
or serrated knife, maybe.
yeah, they tried to add like a steak knife. I would.
Yeah.
bet. I bet that's all they had. Because that.
Yeah, but then
that
like
egg
you
was
gotta add
probably
like your
old.
green onions, your toasted fucking sesame seeds. Like yeah, I go hard. like your cilantro. Like,
Going hard in the paint.
We
like,
don't make.
you know, like yeah, like it's like
See, I'm obsessed with ramen.
like
now
you know, it's
because
like
I
I'll
learned
tell
how to make
Alex
it
like
delicious.
Alex, drop me a piece of chicken.
We're having ramen.
I'm gonna have ramen tonight, or like you know,
Like, we
like, throw a pork
plan.
chop in the fryer, like katsu style. I'm gonna slice that bad boy up and throw it in my
Plan
ramen.
our ramen out.
I mean, it's fucking awesome.
You know, one of these days we should probably just like make real ramen, like full on, like let that shit on the counter overnight.
No, like you're trying to like build like a sauce that takes like a week. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that patient.
Does anybody else put mayonnaise in their ramen?
I have tried it.
No.
QP. You can't just say.
Oh,
mayonnaise.
Yeah, I was like, that's a distinction.
Yeah, no, she
Do you
saw
put Japanese mayonnaise in your
she-
Asian dish?
She saw it in a TikTok, and it was like they do like a little fucking shot of QP in there. I don't know if it really does anything.
It's amazing.
All
Sometimes
right.
it curdles it.
When I'm almost out of a condiment,
Sounds amazing. Sometimes it curdles.
when I'm almost out of a condiment like Dijon mustard, I make a salad dressing using the almost empty condiment jar.
Ah.
Shake vigorously to incorporate what remains of the condiment into the salad dressing.
Time out real fast.
I've never seen a.
This jar of mustard is expensive as
Yeah, I
fuck.
was just having never
It's
seen
got
a
the
jar
fucking
of
like
mustard
handle.
Yeah, so it's a German mustard. I can't remember the name of it.
Either way, but turning Dijon mustard into Dijon vinaigrette, not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Nice
like
and
I mean,
vines.
and
Yeah,
it's
it
got a
could be-
handle.
That's the way to get like you can't get the shit out of the end of the
These
ramen.
fuckers- these
Can we
fuckers really like-
can we question
And
how many?
why do they have so many jars of Grey Poupon?
Right,
Oh,
I was
good.
gonna say how. Like, can we question? Do they do this with all the mustards, or is this just like their actual pantry? They've got 2 regular Grey Poupons.
No.
Then the whole grain.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah,
And this is I can't remember the name of this company. It's the one that has like the little fucking German
It looks
dude
like
on
a
the.
grocery
I mean,
store
it
shelf.
looks like a fucking beer mug.
Because then you got relish. then you got relish.
So you think this is just like they're just taking a picture of the mustard?
Yes.
No, I mean it might be the brand you're talking about. I'm just saying
No,
that,
it's just
that looks,
clearly it's a scroll up a little.
It looks like a grocery store.
Like-
where do you want to scroll?
You scroll so you can see the holes in the shelf. Like it's a shelf.
Oh yeah,
at the grocery
all right.
store.
You did say up.
So
you
they
meant
just
down.
took
Their
the
man,
yeah they just
and
took a
put it
picture
on the shelf.
They just took a picture
They
like
took it for the gram.
yeah
for the gram.
for the gram.
You think they were drinking that walking in? In my household, number 24, we use muffin pans to make cookies. They always come out as perfect circles. Sorry, so they're just circular cookies. I mean, okay, cool.
I mean I don't know.
They're
Like I feel
muffin
like
cookies.
no, I don't know if that's gonna work.
I think it'll work.
I think it would work, too.
I feel like it might give you a good balance of like crusty versus soft.
Oh,
like
so you're
the
thinking like the middle might stay a little
soft, and then the bottom gets that good kind
because
of
like no one wants to eat like something like a hard cookie that's
No.
that thick.
no. And I admit, how long you bake these might obviously make some
Yeah.
difference, but I do feel like you get like the crunch at the bottom, but like the soft gooey center.
I
that
mean,
might
because
work
those
out.
are like full size muffin tin too. It's not even like the little one.
Oh, this one's gonna get deep. The number 25, the key to great egg salad is separating the yolks from the egg whites. I smash the yolks with a fork and then add mayo, mustard, and
Well, yeah.
and seasonings.
And yellow seasoning.
Then mix all that together. I chop up the egg whites and then gently fold them into the egg mixture.
I've seen people do that.
That just seems like
Oh,
work.
I don't agree with
See,
that.
that's like fully cooked egg whites.
Yeah, it's because
Not like mixed in. That
no,
is-
it's like it's a
Double
hard boiled egg.
It's a double
They
egg
just
salad.
But that's
it's
not-
adding texture.
That's
So
not
it's-
egg salad. It's deviled egg salad.
Yeah.
Well, I would
Like-
prefer this. Does anyone else? I'm up.
Why?
You're down now,
Why
baby.
did
No, I'm
they put
I'm good. I'll take one.
paprika?
On the top.
Like
That looks
in
like
that
yeah.
one
There's like
spot.
a layer of. It
That's-
could be cayenne. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with paprika. Let's hope it's at least smoked paprika.
I mean, I bet it's delicious. I just don't. I mean,
Smoked
I
paprika.
like old school egg salad.
Let's make it fancy.
But I've seen people do it that way.
I don't know. I think like the
Yeah,
texture. I
it's
think
long,
I think they're trying to add texture to it, like with the whites.
I
of
do
the-
too. I think that's the whole point of it. There's not going to be a flavor change. I don't.
No.
think. You're eating mushed up eggs. I mean,
semi mushed up.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
If
you
you're
took-
thinking texture and that changes flavor, then yeah.
I'm
it
just
will.
trying to. I'm just trying to figure out how.
It's better than Pacific Rim.
I mean, the egg salad sandwich would probably still be better. Yeah.
I would
Now
eat an
I
egg
have-
salad sandwich before I
Now
watch
I
Pacific.
have to watch Pacific Rim because
I mean, I'll watch it again. I'm cool
Again,
with it.
not a horrible movie, just not best movie of all time status. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. You can find us on Facebook at
Team Fat Kid.
on Instagram at
Team Fat Kid Nation.
on the Twitter X
At Team Fat Kid 1.
on YouTube at
Team Fat Kid.
and of course you can find us online for all of your knife and apparel needs at www.teamfatkidnation.com.
You can find the food truck on Facebook at
Team Fat Kid Food Truck.
Instagram,
Team Fat Kid Food Truck.
the X.
At Fat_Truck.
You can call us for all your pre-order and catering needs at
757-427-1586. Don't
Remember-
forget,
Oh.
stay hungry.
Be Creative.
Don't forget to sharpen your knives.
I was like, we forgot to tell everybody we're going to be at the farmers market tomorrow, on Tuesday. So if you're listening now,
See you there.
I'm going to go make a damn post.
Get the tuna fish.
I heard it's delicious. Praise the Lord. Peace, love, and bacon grease. We out this bitch.
RV.
I mean, you control it, dude. I don't know. It's up to you.
Put some fish sauce on it.
Oh, yeah.
Or making
We
his
should
own
put
mommy.
fish sauce in the tuna fish.
Ooh.
Umami.
White people soy.
Gotta be a DJ.
White people soy sauce.